shit. All right, we live, folks.
We got a little glare.
It's all good.
What's up, kitty cat? I'm CrisxmasOD. I look good. I just got. There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's better. Yes, sirski. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, boy SmileyJizzle. The team and I are here.
Yep.
Let's get to it.
Let's get it on. Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor.
Some interesting developments have been coming up.
Maha.
What the fuck? Fuck you.
TikTok got me fucked up, yeah.
So you think he a cat whisperer, yo?
It's like, nigga, I don't speak cat. Maybe it only works with cats that could go outside.
Maybe it's bullshit.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe this motherfucker really made a video like everybody else that's on TikTok and was like, yo, let me get some clickbait for motherfuckers.
Yeah.
With my cat, I done taught my cat some shit, and I'm gonna act like this works for every cat.
They was going in on the comments though. They was like, yeah, this shit worked. Why my cat came? I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Paid for that shit.
It could have been.
Yo,
niggas do
listen,
be paying for
I've been
fucking
taking an AI course, and anything is possible, bro. In 2024.
Anything is possible.
So don't be fooled, man.
Nah, you just gotta try
Use the biggest muscle between your ears. Telling you. A lot of times, these motherfuckers full of shit, man.
Of course. You gotta distinguish the bullshit from some, oh shit, that's real. You know what I'm saying?
The majority of this shit is bullshit, though.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta test it to find out. If you go into it and you be like, okay, everything is bullshit, you're not gonna learn nothing.
If it can make you brag, go for it. That's what I say.
I go for the knowledge.
It can make you brag.
I go for the knowledge.
Go for it. Because a lot of this shit ain't knowledge. Some of this shit is trivial shit that's not gonna help you in the quality of life.
Like I said, bro, you gotta use your own discernment to go through these type of things. Like, but if you say, you know what, I don't think nothing is, then you know you're not gonna learn nothing. But it depends on your mindset.
Practical.
If you go in not even practical, open-minded. Open-minded.
I'm open-minded as they come.
Practical is cool, but open-minded means I'm gonna give it a benefit of the doubt, and if I could take something from it,
you can't give bullshit the benefit of the doubt. It's a waste of time.
But you don't know if it's bullshit unless you assume. If you assume something is bullshit, then what you're saying is absolutely correct.
Here's the thing.
But if you don't know,
we don't know everything. But here's the thing. Your seek for knowledge shouldn't include naivete. So you gotta always think about it from okay, where is this gonna go from this information that I'm getting? Is this gonna help me? Is this helpful? Is this something that I could use? Could I teach other people this shit? The majority of this shit, and I'll be honest with you, the majority of this shit that I see on TikTok, I do not want to talk to other people about it. Sometimes it's like entertaining, and it'll be just that. It's entertaining. So I could tell somebody, yo, this is entertaining content. Let me tell you what I just found out. I just found out that somebody had 3 kids from 3 different fathers at the same time. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Now, if you know science, then you're going to be like, all right, let me see what the numbers are in cases like this. How often does this happen? You know what I mean? And then, go off of that. Now, if you don't know, you might be like, yo, somebody had 3 kids by 3 different fathers without fact checking it, without checking resources, without seeing if this is something that could actually happen. it makes you look stupid. So that's the thing. And I don't give a fuck about being wrong. I'm wrong. I take accountability for shit. But I want the truth. I seek the truth. The truth is not, sometimes it's not on TikTok. Sometimes it is. But you have to compare shit because everybody's on this rat race to try to become famous.
Exactly.
Online famous. Go ahead.
Absolutely right, and I agree. But to counter that point, it's like there's a lot of people on YouTube right now that's getting getting famous, getting paid, doing shit that we're talking about, which is just all hearsay. It's all what we heard and what we think about it.
Don't do that for me.
So hold on. I'm just saying in general, I'm saying it's a general statement that people are on YouTube, like how our pod is on YouTube, and we're making statements based off how we feel about current events.
When we're talking about our opinion, because I want to clean that.
Same difference.
When we're talking about our hold on, let me finish. I'm talking about
I didn't finish, but I
talking about because you included me in your shit. So I want to just clean it up for me.
But you didn't include me in what you was talking about with the TikTok shit. It's the same difference.
I didn't include you.
All I'm saying,
let me finish my point. All I'm saying is that anything that I say online, I have fact checked, and I fact checked extensively. Now, when we're talking about opinions,
you fact check how you feel.
Hold on, bro. We're talking about opinions on basic things. We're talking about families and shit like that, or marriage. I'm not married. He's not married. She's not married. So we're talking about that. Those are opinions. That's based on how you feel.
And we talk about that a lot.
Now, we're compiling information. I don't know about everybody else.
The election, we was
right. Compiling information from facts, right? So, and what I'm gonna do, because I've been taking this course with AI, I'm gonna develop an AI application so that we can use it to fact check some of the shit that we say, so that we can actually have logical fucking meaning behind some of the stuff. Because sometimes we don't always fact check the shit that we say. I fact checked a lot of stuff prior to coming up here, but I know sometimes we go off emotion. I don't want you guys to believe that anything that I say is based off emotion. It's based off.
That sounds like a computer,
hold on,
bro.
It's based off of. It's based off of compiled information and analytics from other sources. Now you're gonna have to decide what you want to do. I leave links. Most of the time, I'll leave a link of whatever I'm talking about in the description, because all the links that's there, I put that there. So most of the time, I will leave links so that you can follow to what we're talking about, right? Now, we're gonna have different views on shit. That's fine. I'm not attacking anybody, I may challenge your ideology. I may challenge your opinion. But these are opinions when we're talking about how we feel about something. That's what he's talking about. We feel about certain things. We're talking about that. When we're talking about facts, that's a whole different thing. So what I'm talking about TikTok, a lot of shit, like I said, I seek the truth. So when we're talking about shit that's on TikTok, a lot of times it's fodder, it's bullshit, and you gotta weed through that shit. I'm not going to TikTok for knowledge. I'm not. But I'll go there for entertainment. Now, if I see something up there that seems like, oh, this is some shit that's piques my interest, now I'm gonna go on Google. Now I'm gonna do my research for citations, maybe Reddit, maybe see if there's some people that are having a discussion about this, and try to see what information I can get from it. Now, Reddit is not a reliable source. Wikipedia is not a reliable source because it can be manipulated. But people that are up there can navigate you to another source that can give you more information. Oh, this is coming from who? The World Health Organization. This is coming from. Now, if people don't agree with that or people don't believe, that's you, that's fine. But a lot of people, the best minds in the world, are providing this information, not just somebody that sits at home and just comes up with stuff to talk about. So that's where I separate that. And again, it's fine to have certain things come from online because we live in this age where we all are influencers to a certain extent. We all want to get online and talk about stuff. But I don't want you guys to take from what I'm saying that I'm just saying shit based off of how I feel. No, I find fucking shit and I read it and then I talk about it. Now go ahead.
I agree with what you're saying. That's honorable, and I respect that. Me personally, like, it's not that deep for me. Like, if I'm trying to explain something to somebody specifically, yes, we can go down that route and then have facts behind whatever, you see what I'm saying? But as far as expressing myself, I just want to express myself authentically and honestly. Because me personally, I feel like people that express themselves with that honesty or, you know, are trying to benefit by giving you something that they didn't have to give you. I could give you bullshit. I could lie. I could go with the flow and or what everybody else says. But I feel like opinions aren't valued as much as they used to be. And I feel like the people with opinions now and like kind of stand on their opinions kind of stand out. Like, look at a person like Candace Owens, right? Her opinion counts more than just the regular average Joe because it doesn't completely go with the narrative of the norm, basically. Like, there's things that she goes against, even things that I might disagree with, but there's things that she goes against in a way where it's like, okay, this does make sense. And that's why I asked E in the car, like, what matters to you more, subjective truth or objective truth? You see what I'm saying? My answer to that, for me personally, I think objective truth matters more than subjective truth. And the reason why I believe objective... let me just finish this.
Can I pause you with that?
Let me just finish with this.
With that term, objective truth, subjective truth. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's really
an opinion,
a
not
term.
necessarily the truth. That's
Right. So to clean that up, let's just say perspective, objective perspective, subjective perspective. Not truth.
I feel like
the truth is objective.
Hold on.
The truth is objective. That's why it's the truth.
So, but this is
no subjective truth.
So let me tell you what I mean subjective truth. What I mean subjective truth is opinionated. So how you feel, right? Objective truth means there's no objections against what I'm saying. This is just what it is, and it doesn't matter how you feel about it. This is just what it is.
That's just your opinion, right?
No, I'm saying objective means that you.
But when you say the truth, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about.
That's why I said objective is over subjective.
When we go on
objective is over your opinion.
But listen,
your opinions.
When we say things like this, we gotta understand that we're speaking to a lot of people.
Exactly.
So when we come off like that, and it's good. I want to be genuine. I want to be authentic. I like that. That's awesome. But you also have to understand when you're saying certain things, you're saying certain terms. I'm very well read. So when you're saying those things, you're saying it in a certain way. You understand what you're saying, but for everybody to understand it in a more critical way,
I'll read what objective truth is, and I'll read what objective
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I'll just read it.
Do it.
Because I don't want, like you said, I don't want to get it wrong. So I'm just gonna read what it is. So
look up
that we all know.
Look up subjective truth first.
Okay.
Look up that.
Let's look both of those up. So first,
because what I'm trying to tell you guys,
subjective truth
is the truth can't be subjective.
It's the truth.
A truth that is based on an individual's personal perspective. So, like I said, subjective means that it's their personal opinion, right? So let's go to objective. What is an objective?
Why you ain't read the whole thing?
Because that's what it was. I'm not.
Nah, that's a whole paragraph.
Look, bro. Okay, subjective truth. Let me read the whole thing. Let me read it.
Right.
A subjective truth is a truth that is based on an individual's personal perspective, experiences, beliefs, and feelings. Meaning it can vary depending on who is experiencing it. Unlike an objective truth, which is considered universally true and is variable by facts alone. Essentially, it is the truth one truth that is true for you based off everything. So
that means
that means exactly what I was saying.
All right, what does that mean? What does
Exactly.
that mean?
And objective is every. No, I said objective.
Subjective is an opinion. Objective is just the truth. Is a fact.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I was saying. So, like I said, I believe objective truth is over subjective truth because subjective is just your opinions. And this is what I'm trying to say. So, like I said, you wanted me to read it. I read it. I said what it is. I said exactly what it's supposed to be. Let's not try to say like, oh, okay, it means anything based off of what we believe it is. Let's go based off of this.
That's what it just
That's
said.
it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Based off of anything.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, hold on.
So what I was saying was correct.
That's what you're saying.
What I was saying was correct.
Listen, based off of anything that you believe it is.
That's subjective.
That's not
objective.
truth.
Objective is the truth. She just said it. We just read it.
Okay.
If you don't feel like it, that's you.
Don't feel like
but if you don't feel like objective truth is just the truth. It's not an opinion, it's just the truth.
That's what we said.
So if you don't feel like objective, that's what I said. I said objective truth is the truth. You was like, no, that's not what it is. And I said, okay, let me listen. No, he was talking about objective. I said subjective.
You put words in my mouth.
It's just an opinion. It's just how
so I didn't.
Feel.
So what did I say? Listen, what did I say? If I said the objective truth is over the subjective truth, what did I say that spawned you to be like, no, you need to be specific because we're gonna say words that don't mean.
Because an opinion.
Because I said,
hold on, let him answer. Why he can't answer?
I can answer.
Go ahead.
That's fine. Because I said don't say objective truth and subjective truth. I said perspective. Don't say.
But why couldn't I? That's not what it was.
If you're gonna ask me a question, yeah.
That's
if you're gonna ask me a question,
it says
if you're gonna ask me a question,
of the definition.
then I can't answer it.
He just said that wasn't that. So how did what you're saying?
No, he said don't
say
subjective, say perspective.
That's what I said.
Perspective what? Perspective what?
True.
So what are you talking about?
No.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about. He's not talking about that.
Hold on.
So what are you talking about?
Okay. If you ask me a question, let me
start
talk.
answering, bro.
I understand, because right now you're the one that's trying to disagree with everything. So listen to what
you just disagree with the truth,
right,
bro. You told me to read it.
You're gonna get emotional. You're gonna let me talk.
All right, go ahead, bro.
All right. So listen, I said, don't correct me. Let me talk. I said, don't say objective truth. Don't say subjective truth. Don't say subjective truth because we got people listening to us, and I want people to understand what we're talking about between the two terms, objective and subjective. You can use it that way, but I'm saying when we're talking about the truth is not subjective. The truth is not subjective. If you're saying if it's the truth, THE truth, then it is objective. And that's what I said, say perspective, because we're going with a subjective perspective or a subjective perspective or an objective perspective, which means the subjective perspective is going to be your opinion. The objective perspective is going to be the truth.
No, it's not, because it's still
all right. That's what I wanted to clarify for everybody. So go ahead. You can go.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, by what you're saying, it is wrong. I said an example about the truth and an opinion. You said, oh, it should be two perspectives. But it can't be two perspectives if one is the truth. It doesn't matter if it's perspective. So that's why I was saying what I was saying. If I'm talking about subjective truth, I'm not talking about subjective perspectives. I'm talking about subjective truth, your opinion. And if I'm talking about objective truth, I'm not talking about a perspective. I'm talking about the truth. So that's the
truth. You talking about how you feel.
Listen, it's not objective. Objective truth is not how you feel.
No,
you keep on saying perspective, and I said there is nothing
subjective. So
guess what? Why are you going so hard on subjective if I didn't say that?
Is your opinion,
bro? I don't care.
I'm gonna say it a million times.
I know that.
That's it. So you know. So let's move on. So that's what we're saying.
Listen to all I'm saying.
Is the truth.
All I'm saying
subjective
is
perspective is your feelings.
There was no,
or your truth. Let's just say that your truth. Your truth.
We're not worried about
your truth,
bro. We read it. I'm not gonna argue.
Obviously,
I'm not gonna argue.
Listen. Because it literally said exactly what I'm saying.
Check this out.
All right.
I'm not gonna argue about what we read. We understand what we read. What I'm saying is for him. Listen. What I'm saying is for him to say, "Yo, I'm talking about objective perspectives." That was incorrect. I was talking about objective truths. And that's what I'm standing on. If you want to say what I should have said, then that's how you feel. But what I'm saying is the objective. Listen, the objective truth.
Objective truth.
You don't have to say that. You don't control what I say or do not say. You don't control what I say or do not say. At the end of the day,
I'm saying you don't have to say that.
That's your subjective truth. That's your subjective truth.
Right, let's move.
That's your subjective truth.
Why was he saying this? What was the topic about the truth?
The topic was objective truth or subjective truth. I said, what is valuable more? And the reason why I was saying that is because I was trying to make the point that objective truth is more, it's just what it is. But then we got into the subjective and all. I know this definition of subjective. We read this definition of subjective. It's an opinion.
You have to read it.
No, I had to read it because you confused what perspective or what I meant by perspective and the truth. No, I wasn't talking about perspective. I was talking about the truth. Objective truth is over your opinion. Objective.
What does perspective mean?
Perspective is your opinion, your perception. Your perception could be wrong.
How you see it.
Exactly how you see it.
Right. That's your
perspective. Could be wrong.
Perspective.
You could always be wrong.
From my angle right here, like when I see the bridge right here, I get a pretty good view of it.
So your perspective perspective isn't never wrong.
If you come, no.
If you come,
if I'm saying,
so what are we talking about then?
If you block the light, then
if your perspective isn't always right, then it's not the truth, Smiley. So you can't use perspective with objective. You can't use that. That's what I'm saying. Objective is look. It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm not. You keep on saying something that's not true. You can't say objective and perspective because guess what?
Why?
Objective is truth. Objective is truth. It's not a perspective. It's not how you feel. How you feel is a subjective. How you feel is a personal belief. We just read it, Smiley. Objective is truth, period. So you can't say perspective. You can't say perspective after objective because objective is the truth.
Perspective is the absolute perspective.
Okay, but if your perspective is the truth,
perspective.
If your perspective is the truth, then it's just the truth. It's not a perspective. It's just the truth. It's not a perspective. It's just the truth.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. But if it's as soon as it's your perspective only, if you start by saying perspective, bro.
Okay, subjective and objective, and this meaning of what we're using it as is the adjective in this term, right? So we're saying objective versus subjective. Those that's the yes and no. That's the on and off.
Objective just means not influenced by personal feelings or opinion.
Exactly. It's the ultimate truth.
So
it's not a perspective.
Absolutely.
A personal opinion is what? A perspective, right? Absolutely. A personal opinion, a belief is what? A perspective, right? Come on, man. What are y'all saying? If you can't be, listen, Smiley,
is the stance.
Smiley, it's not swayed on that stance. She just read it.
Perspective equals stance.
Perspective has multiple meanings. A way of viewing something.
Exactly.
A way of viewing something. A fucking stance.
That's not the truth, Smiley. It's a way. Your way. That's an opinion, Smiley.
Because it's not just one meaning. A way of viewing something, a technique used in art, and a state of knowing and what is important. Point of view, a way of looking.
Can we sum that up? Can we sum that up to say,
subjective.
Absolute, right?
No, it's subjective. A perspective is subjective.
You're on it, right?
A state of mind.
When you're looking at that, right? Perspective, right, is the way you're looking at something, right?
Yeah.
Objective is what? Absolute, right? That has nothing to do with feelings or emotions.
Yeah.
That's absolute, right? Okay. Subjective is a feeling, an emotion. It might be how you feel based on the subject, how you feel, how the subject feels. Objective
My perspective.
Right, that's fine.
So that's
Your
subjective.
But you can apply that to both.
But you can
apply
apply it to both.
The word
give me an
before
example.
it changes the meaning of it.
Give me an example of
the
you
word
applying
before
it.
it changes the meaning.
Give me an example.
If it's subjective and you use perspective, it changes the meaning than when you use objective perspective. It changed because there's multiple meanings to perspective.
So break that down.
When you use it as subjective, that's referring to your feelings and an individual subject.
That's referring.
So how could your
that
hold on?
Subjective
to that subject
means it doesn't have anything to do with feelings, but you can still put perspective with it. It changes the meaning.
How do you put perspective? Hold on. How do you put perspective on an objective truth?
You have to understand what the truth is.
No. I'm saying, give me an example of you putting an objective truth in front of your perspective.
Here it is. There you go. Exactly.
Okay.
You read my fucking mind.
So the sky is blue because of what? All the time the sky is blue?
The sky is blue. That's
no, it does matter because now it's not.
A subjective
now it's
truth.
not. Now it's a subjective truth.
Not a subjective.
It is subjective.
A subjective.
I'm looking up right now and it's fucking black. So guess what? If it's not it, listen. Listen. If I could disprove it, it doesn't make it the truth. If I could look up and it's black, it's not the fucking truth. It's subjective. How is it? How, Smiley? You're saying if the sky
to make yourself right, just to make yourself
no,
right.
y'all trying to fight. I'm not saying never. I'm saying sometimes, and I'm saying sometimes it's subjective.
Depending on
the perspective is subjective. Yes. If it's my perspective, then sometimes I could look up and it's blue. Sometimes I could look up and it's black.
You're changing.
But it's still
let me
true.
talk.
It's
Let me talk.
You're changing the question.
Let me talk. Let me talk.
Because if somebody asks you, let me say this.
No.
If somebody asked you, what color is the sky right now?
It's black, Smiley.
What color is the sky right now?
It's black, Smiley.
Versus what color is the sky?
You gotta be specific. That's an objective truth.
But that's changing. You're changing. You're changing.
How am I changing it?
Based on your feelings.
How am I changing the answer, bro?
Based on
I
what
didn't
you're
change the
looking at
answer.
now.
I didn't change the answer. You said right now. You changed
Right
the
now,
question, big
the
dog.
sky
you
is
changed
black.
the question.
Right now, the sky is black.
I'm just saying.
So
changed
you would
the
have
question,
to say,
bro.
right now the sky is black, or you would have to say the sky is blue.
And we didn't say that before. So you changed the question. Don't say I changed my answer. You changed the question.
What was you getting at then?
I was getting at. Listen,
you were saying,
I was getting at.
Right now, what
I
color
was
is the
getting
sky?
at. I was getting at perspective.
Because she said the sky is blue.
I was getting
that was
at.
an example.
I was getting at.
And then you said, what color is the sky right now?
I didn't say that. You said that. You asked that question. What color is the sky right now?
Just said?
You said that after when I first said it. The sky blue. You said the sky not blue right now. It's black.
Not. That made it subjective, right? That means the perspective changed when the time changed or something changes.
They're both true, depending on what time of the day.
Yeah, but you gotta be specific.
It's still a fact. It's not an opinion.
It's not a fact. It's not a fact depending on what time of day it is.
Actually, you're both.
It's not a fight.
Because actually we're all wrong, right? We're all wrong, right? Because objectively, the sky is black all the time. But because of the reflection of the water and all that other shit, that's why we see it as the way we see it when the sun is out. But if we're talking about the sky, what are we talking about? Are we talking about what we can see? Or are we talking about what actually is?
We can't see past what we don't know, bro. So we're talking about the sky.
That's why I said
we're talking about the sky.
What we can see.
But the sky changes
what
colors.
We can see or what it actually is.
Listen,
objective is what it actually is.
I understand
and
that.
what we can see makes it objective perspective.
Exactly.
The objective perspective for everybody would be the sky is black.
I agree.
Right? That would be everybody's objective perspective.
I wouldn't even say the sky because now you're saying
outside is black. Whatever you want to say.
No.
Night.
If the sky,
it's night would be an objective perspective. It is nighttime.
The sky is considered what's underneath it in the earth. So the sky is.
So that's moving it around because it's like saying, okay, what is our definition of the sky?
Sky has air in it, right?
The sky is blue.
Ducks quack.
Okay, that's an objective truth. Ducks quack.
Well, a subjective truth, right, could be, well, they actually make a sound that sounds like, It doesn't really sound like they're saying quack.
That's a subjective truth.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because it's how you hear it.
Not even
Quack
how you
is
hear
how
it.
quack is an example of onomatopoeia, right? So that's us basically saying that's the sound that we hear.
Careful,
but
now
in reality,
now you're changing what you think objective truth could mean. If
I
it's
mean,
supposed to be ultimative
you know what?
truth, then
To be honest, let's just be honest, because this is a good debate. It's getting a little passionate only because of the meaning behind it. I get frustrated like this because I teach people stuff for a living. So I do get frustrated with this when people challenge it. But I understand why you're challenging it. When people think something is the way that it is, then there's nothing that can make you change it. You have to give them an example, a definition. You have to give them proof to make their mind change. Their mind is not just going to change over you. What do you know that I don't know is the type of thing. But what I'm talking about is terms that I didn't create that word.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Perspective
That word was made by some white motherfucker.
Based on
now,
your feelings, or it could be
right.
how you
just like
actually
1 + 1
see
is
something
1 + 1 is 2
eye.
versus 1 × 1.
So
like I agree with Terrence Howard.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Everything you see in your eye is true.
No, I said there's more than one
That's
meaning.
that's her
Listen,
objective
listen.
perspective.
Listen to what I'm
That's
saying,
her
because you
objective
didn't hear
perspective.
what I
Why
said.
wouldn't that be
Listen.
her subjective
No, listen.
opinion?
Perspective.
Because that would mean
Listen.
that everybody doesn't see things the way that she sees it.
Perspective can
They
be
don't.
how you view something
We
based
don't.
off your opinion, or it can be something that you actually see with your eyes,
'Cause
and
it's
that's
not
a
feeling.
fact that you
It's
can't
not a
dispute
feeling.
it. It
That's the
depends
difference.
on what the word you're
Subjective
putting
can be
before
determined
it.
by other things. It could be determined by feelings. It could be determined by emotion. It could be determined by you being sick. It could be a lot of other things. Like for instance, like dogs, they see in like fucking black and white, right? So if they see in black and white,
that's
they
the
can see
objective truth. They see in black and white.
They see in black and white. That is the objective
proven.
truth. But what they see through their eyes is their objective perception.
Yeah.
Or perspective, rather.
Yeah, because
right?
they can't see anything other than
That's
that.
all they can see. So it's
But
still,
that's not a perspective.
So it could the way that the English language works, it could work two different ways.
It could be an opinion,
if it's
a perspective
personalized,
based off how
it
you
could be
feel,
your objective
or it could
truth.
be what you see.
But
like
that's
our
how they live. They live their life through that lens.
Is what I could see
automatically,
with my eyes.
naturally.
Okay.
That's not. They have no control over that. It's an involuntary thing on their part. They have no control over being able to see in black and white, but we can see in color. So we could argue with them. Bro, what the fuck you talking about? That's fucking mad polka dots and shit like that. It's not fucking black and white. There's yellow, there's blue, there's whatever. Right? We could, or colorblind people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be spending your whole fucking day arguing with somebody about
or people with
red and green
that are dyslexic and they see a P looks like a 6.
Right.
Or a 5 is an S.
I mean that can be changed
I just
depending
think
on
everything
the
that
lens that is coming out.
Everything
right?
that y'all saying is sound like subjective truth.
No, they just have a mental block where they
or
switch
subjective
stuff around.
perspectives.
Based off
I think like an example of an objective perspective or not. I can't even say that. Objective truth
is an absolute truth.
Is women are capable of having children.
Absolute truth.
You see what I'm saying?
That's an absolute
like,
truth. That's
I don't know no niggas that's having no kids.
That's objective.
You know what I mean? Birthing babies.
Right?
Birthing babies.
For now.
That's an objective truth.
Now, for somebody that
it don't matter how you feel about it.
Now hold on.
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about it makes it subjective.
Now here's the rabbit hole that can challenge that to still make it an objective truth, but change the narrative.
Perspective.
Listen,
because of that's what you can see with your eyes.
Right.
Your perspective in your view.
Now,
my perspective of the sky, I could see that blue from my visual.
Can I ask y'all one thing?
There's
let me add this.
Why are we putting truth? Why are we putting perspective over truth?
To what you just
said. Why are y'all more comfortable on saying objective perspectives instead of objective truths?
Because it's still a perspective.
That's not the same to me.
It's a perspective.
It's two different things.
Because the truth
it's two different things.
Has to be absolute.
It's not the same thing.
Right?
It's not the same thing. Like, I think there's different words because it's different meanings.
Like this bottle,
it's different words. It's different words because it's different meanings.
This bottle.
If we look up what objective truth
is, more than one meaning.
It's 28 ounces.
So if we look up what objective truth means, it's going to say the same thing as objective perspectives. That's what you're saying.
A perspective can be something that you view based off your feeling, or something you can actually see with your eyes. So there's more than one meaning.
The objective is a fact.
That didn't answer my question. That just said what y'all feel about objective truth. I asked each specifically. I said, if we look up, hold on,
then I saw that with my eyes.
Cool.
So, and that was in my perspective with my visual.
That's cool.
If I feel like he's gay, that's cool. Subjective because I haven't actually seen him do it.
That's cool. But what I asked you was, if I look up perspective or objective perspective and objective truth, it's going to be the same definition. Because if it's not, it's not the same shit.
Look it up.
All right, I'm gonna look it up.
Like, I think inflating what truth and falsehood is.
What is
conflating the term
objective
of what your perspective is. Your perspective can only be absolute if you see it in its truest form.
Between objective
so
truth
whatever
and
I see, we all should be able to see the same thing. Now, your interpretation of what you see may be different.
And that's also
that's what makes it.
Can I read it?
Right or wrong? Go ahead.
Objective truth refers to a fact that the statement is considered true regardless of an individual perception, while an objective perspective describes a viewpoint that attempts to analyze a situation without personal opinions or emotions, presented as information neutrally as possible. So one means in an attempt, one is the absolute truth. Let's not confuse the viewers and be like it's the same thing. It's not.
Never did.
She did though. She said it was the same thing.
It can be though.
It can't be the same thing. We just read it.
The word is objective.
We just read it. One is a possible. They use possible. They didn't use absolute.
Okay.
They use absolute on objective truth because it's absolute.
Objective.
You show me where you see objective, bro.
No, the word is objective.
Show me.
The word is objective. You said objective truth.
Objective perspective and objective truth.
Right.
Two different things.
So
objective truth is just the truth.
Objective
perspective.
Because a perspective is the way you
it's the closest. It's the closest you could try to make it fair or neutral. But guess what? It's not absolute. You're trying. So, trying is an attempt. Right. An attempt is not absolute. Attempt is not the whole truth. An attempt is you trying.
It's how you see something.
Just trying.
It's how you see something. That's why I said
absolute.
The truth,
bro. It's
the truth.
The truth is there, bro.
Cannot be subjective.
Exactly, bro.
Right.
Objective truth.
What are you saying? Why
you said
exactly now?
You said perspective.
You disagree with that.
What did I disagree with, Smiley?
You disagreed that.
Why are you trying to twist my words when I've been saying the same thing and I've been reading the definition?
That's why we went down this whole rabbit hole to begin with, because you disagreed with that.
I read the definition, Smiley.
Okay.
They got it on camera, bro. Like, they're not.
So that makes more sense to you.
Look, what I've been saying has been making all the sense. What you've been saying is wrong. You can't say a nigga means, or he shouldn't say perspective truths when you said perception.
We're on video.
Perception, like we just read, is not an absolute truth. It's the closest you could try to make it to be fair and neutral, but it's an attempt. An attempt is an absolute. You know what absolute means? Objective truth. Objective means it's true. It's just true. That's why I said originally, before we even jumped off this whole wagon, I respect Candace Owen because of her objective truths, not her objective perspective, her objective truth. Her objective truth is, yo, she feels like
That's where you're wrong.
Homosexuality.
That's wrong. Objective truth. Phil. How the fuck do you even do that?
Okay.
How is it objective if you feel something?
You're right.
It's not about feeling.
You're right.
So it's subjective automatically.
Listen. The objective truth that she was speaking about.
The objective truth is.
Listen. Yeah. Let me. I fucked up. I'll take that L. Right. The objective truth is this religion. If you want to be a part of religion. No, I'm just saying. This is her.
Automatically
look. This look. It can't.
believes.
Look. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about the homosexual people that believe that they're Christians. That's what I'm talking about specifically. I'm not talking about everybody in the world. I'm not talking about nothing other than the homosexual.
They're not because they're gay.
No, you can't be if you're gay.
Well,
you cannot be.
We gonna go into a whole nother
if
subject.
If you follow
with
Christianity,
that's
the objective.
Before we go into that, because that's gonna go down a whole nother realm. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not saying I don't disagree with you. I agree with that, but it's gonna go down a whole different realm because we're talking about objective and subjective perspectives. You wanted to say objective truth and subjective truth. That's why I said, but hold on. We're not gonna do that. Not yet. That's a rabbit hole. If we're gonna say subjective and objective, right? Then that's what we were talking about. All I said, and just let me say this. Give me at least 10 seconds to just say this without being interrupted. All I said was we shouldn't say subjective truth and objective truth. We should say subjective perspective and objective perspective because the truth cannot be subjective. The truth is objective because it's the truth. That's what I said. And then we went down and you said, well, I'm saying my truth is this. I'm saying, okay, your truth, it would be subjective.
Bro.
So that's what I'm saying.
Bro.
Hold on. I said, let me finish. So that's where we went into that whole realm. I wasn't talking about Candace Owens because I don't even know what we're talking about in terms of Candace Owens. But now we're gonna go into the religion thing. Okay, I can say that there is objective truth because of what's written in the Bible. If you follow this and what's written there clearly states this, the whole Leviticus chapter 1 through 22 says exactly how they feel. Everything is a sin. All of that shit. So they can't be. And not be living in that lifestyle and be like that and follow that particular religion.
But before we go down
I can say that can be subjective, however, because every religion does different things, but no religion supports homosexuality, to my knowledge. They don't. It doesn't say it in any of their teachings. Mm-hmm. And it specifically condemns it in Christianity. So it's one of those crazy finicky shits. But I was just talking about the objective term. Objective is absolution.
Can I say something?
Whatever you put next to it, you can say whatever you want because you can make a word whatever the fuck you want or make whatever term you want.
All I was trying to say, the reason why everything went left is because I was just trying to have a conversation about objective truth being more important about subjective truth. And then
being more important than subjective.
Bro, I let you cook. Can I cook?
I'm saying. You're just saying that objective is more important than subjective.
I let you cook. Can I cook?
I'll
explain it all if you let me cook completely.
If that's where you at, then I want to say that.
Because I'm losing where I'm at because you're interrupting me while I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying is, my point was objective truth trumps subjective truth.
I won't disagree with you.
And that's all I was saying. But then as soon as we started talking about perspectives, I get confused because a perspective is basically a subjective. Anytime
a perspective is a sight aperture. A perspective is a viewpoint.
It's your viewpoint.
It's a viewpoint.
It's no. It's an individual viewpoint.
You can make it individual, but perspective, the word, is a viewpoint. So just say, you can say viewpoint, you can say whatever you see. That's a perspective.
Like if you see
now, if you say it's an absolute perspective, then that's the perspective. That's what everybody sees. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying.
So you said eyes never lie. You've never seen something in the corner of your eye disappear. You've
We're not talking about that.
You've never seen something and thought it was something, and then you got close.
How you see something.
And you listen to what I'm saying. Okay. The reason why I'm making these points is because it's all subjective to where you are, how good you can see, all of this. That has nothing to do with the truth. And that has nothing to do with what I was saying. What I was saying was there's absolute truth, which is the objective truth, and there is subjective truth, which that covers. You know why it covers that? Because it's my perspective to feel this way. It's her perspective to feel this way. It's your perspective to feel that way. That is our subjective truth.
All right. So you're understanding.
That's all I'm saying.
You're understanding perspective as that's how anybody feels. I'm telling you that's not exactly what that means. I'm saying there can be an objective perspective.
What you see with your eyes, but what you see with your eyes could be off.
There can be
that is not an objective truth.
There can be an objective
perspective. You can't be off and it be objective truth.
There can be an objective.
Because we're not all gonna be off.
Bro.
That's my point.
Listen.
So if we can't all be off, then guess what? That is close to the truth.
Okay.
That is close. That is 99.9. But it's not objective truth.
Well, somebody sees something that I don't see. That makes it subjective. No.
Yes,
you see something that I don't see.
Because that's somebody's peripherals.
If it actually happened,
that's somebody's peripherals. Smiley, that's not everybody.
Don't matter.
That's not everybody's peripherals.
What you
That's not everybody. That's not E's peripherals. So how could, even if I see it, if it's not E's peripherals, how could it be objective truth?
She might not have good sight.
So it's subjective. Her personal perspective is her subjective truth.
Subjective means that it's malleable.
Exactly what it is. Flexible. She has poor sight. We don't have poor sight. It's malleable.
So what we see
that your hat is green. Your hat's green,
what
right?
we would see. So
listen, that's an objective truth. We are talking about two different things. We're talking about subjective truth and objective truth.
That's why people look. That's why people have arguments.
If I was blind,
that's why people
if the caveat of me being blind and I couldn't see the color, I could see what you're saying.
Subjective, but it can be objective.
That's why people challenge it. That's why people challenge it. You understand? Listen. That's why. Listen. Hold on.
What y'all saying?
Hold on. Listen.
Right.
That's why people.
I'm gonna let y'all cook, but let me cook.
I will.
Right.
That's why people challenge it. Exactly what just happened. This exchange that just happened. That's why people challenge it because she didn't see something because she has poor sight.
Yep.
But we both seen it because we have good sight.
Yep. What
we see is reality. What we see is objective. What we see is the truth. Right? Our perspective is correct. So if we have the correct perspective, then what does that mean? That means it's an objective perspective. It's the right perspective. It's the only way that it can be seen. You understand what I'm saying? So even though she can't see it because she has poor eyesight, because we can still see it, that makes it an objective perspective. Now her perspective can be subjective, right? Because she has poor eyesight. So it can be subjective. So you're right, okay? You want to be right? You are right.
Can I say what
you are right. No, but hold on. You are right. It is subjective perspective from her poor sight because that's a deficiency. But we wouldn't use that term. We would just say it is right. It is the objective perspective. A subjective perspective would be seeing something completely different, seeing it in your way, based on whatever you know, because everybody has a different experience. So those experiences are why they have their belief system. The truth is what it is. So if I say it's an objective truth, then that means it is the absolute truth. There's no other truth. I can't say a subjective truth because like the truth can't be subjective, but a perspective can be subjective.
Can I say what I gotta say now?
All right.
Check this out, y'all. You know the dangers of believing in shit like objective perspectives? There's always gonna be debate between, hey, this isn't an ultimate truth. Because in the definition didn't say an objective perspective was an ultimate truth. It said it was close as possible or neutral as possible, right? So what I'm saying to you is the dangers of that. Candace Owens was talking about this and gave this example, right? There is kids out here who believe, or not even kids, but grown people, right? Who believe being in love with kids, it should be normal, right? Should be cool, right? Now, the standard now is they're pedophiles or they're pedophiles and they're not supposed to be accepted. That's also something that's hold on, can I speak? That is the objective truth, right? That these people are doing that and they feel like, hey, they should be treated more with respect, right? So that's what they feel like their objective perspective is. That's what they feel. I'm gonna say that again. That's what they feel like their objective perspective is.
You can't apply that to something.
Whoa! What do you talk about? Can't? This is happening. This is happening now. So you can't say it can't because it's happening. So we can't say, let's stop right. I gotta stop you right there. If we're saying you can't do that, it's already happening. So it is being done. What I'm saying is the problem is we're not focusing on the objective truth. We're focusing on the objective perspectives. And the objective perspectives, by definition, isn't objective truth. It's the closest thing to on the border. And this is where we're gonna be on the fucking fence, because if you know what else could be subjective to fair treatment? People with that mindset that say, hey, we're gonna have sex with underage kids because we're really in love with these kids. And this is really how we feel. And these people get accepted for being who they are based off of how they feel. So why can't I be accepted for how I feel from my objective perspective? That's the dangers of objective perspective. We gotta go off objective truth, because objective truth is absolute. Now, do people understand what objective truth is? Maybe it's not really taught in America. Maybe it's not really focused on in the curriculum. Maybe it's not really but I feel like anybody that is well-versed, like yourself, anybody that has resources to a library or could figure out the difference between the two, should understand that one could be weaponized and one can't. The absolute truth is not going to be weaponized. And if it is weaponized, it's going to be in the fight of justice, because it's the absolute truth. The lies is the shit that you got to look out for.
Okay, so you're changing things now, because we were talking about things that we actually... You're talking about feelings again, because I know we...
didn't change nothing. I read the definition.
You're talking...
What it
no,
said.
Not definition. What you talk about, pedophilia and stuff like that. That's...
How is it feelings?
We're taught, everybody's taught, or people are taught, that that's wrong and right. Right and wrong is subjective, so that's, again, a feeling. You can't prove that. That's just, people just think it's wrong because that's the law. That's what you were taught. This is the law. You can't have fornicate with someone.
You
but
can't
that's,
prove it.
So
that is accepted.
So that's subjective. It's not, because you can't. Look, it's not the same as saying that your hat is green and we're looking at that and we can all see that. That's not the same thing. That's based off feeling. And objective listen, about feeling. It's about something that's an irrefutable
I'm gonna correct what you said, because you said it's subjective truth that they feel like this, or what was subjective truth?
Because that's a feeling. Whether someone should mess with a child or not is a feeling.
Okay.
People feel like that's wrong, that you shouldn't do that.
Okay.
But that's just how they feel about it.
Okay. So you feeling that they shouldn't do that isn't a feeling.
They're both feeling.
So hold on. Hold on. Okay. So what's the truth about the matter? What is the ultimate truth? No, not whatever you decide, because that is a subjective. That's your belief. Whatever you decide is your belief. What I asked you, hold on. I didn't ask you that. I asked you what is the objective truth, not your subjective truth, not how you feel, not your belief.
That is a feeling.
I'm not talking about your moral values, because that's your subjective truth. I'm not talking about feelings. I'm talking about what is the objective truth in that situation.
In what situation?
In the situation of people that are adults that have cravings for young people and feel like they should be accepted. What is the ultimate truth of that situation?
A lot of people believe that they're wrong for that and that they should go to jail.
You keep on saying a lot of people. That is not objective truth.
It's not.
You are talking about objective feelings. I'm asking you about what
is wrong, and
that has nothing to do with what I asked you. I asked you what is the objective truth. Not what is different.
There isn't
not
one in that situation.
Oh, That's the problem.
It's a feeling.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This
that's
is
the
what
problem.
we're talking. Say,
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the problem.
I believe
that's
that
the problem.
That's why I said
that's the problem. She
believes
believes there's no ultimate truth in that situation.
As opposed to saying objective.
She don't believe that the ultimate truth is grown people should not rape little kids.
I think that's an objective perspective.
It's a oh my god.
I think it is.
All right, man. Y'all got it.
That doesn't mean that we think that they should, but it's not something that you can.
You didn't even identify
based
as
off of how people feel. You can't make something that's a feeling be a fact. It's an opinion.
I quote. You said there was no.
The only reason why
you said there was no objective truth in that situation, and that says a lot to me. Because it says a lot of people feel like how you feel.
It's a feeling.
Like you said, you feel like there's no objective truth. I disagreed.
I said it's a feeling.
I disagreed. I disagreed. I said it's
wrong.
Listen.
There's no way to prove it. That's just an opinion.
The objective. Listen.
Saying that you shouldn't be doing that to kids is an opinion. Some people agree with it. Some people don't. Those people face consequences if they get caught for acting on it.
What I'm saying to you is,
do I agree with it? No, but it's still an opinion.
But you can't recognize an objective truth in that situation, and that's where the mental of everybody. It seems to be. Everybody still feels like, well, it's still an opinion. No, it's not an opinion that it's okay to rape a little kid under their consent. Because guess what? I'm not going to allow my kid to get raped.
Great.
I'm pretty sure. Great. I'm not going to allow my kid to get raped. You're not going to allow your kid to get raped.
I said that.
Nobody wants to allow their kids to get raped. So, that being said, it's not about the feeling. It's about the ultimate truth.
That's why you don't want it to happen, because it's going to hurt you.
You got it backwards. It's not about your feelings. It's about the truth first, and then it's your feelings. You got it backwards. How can we say, oh, it's not about how you feel about it, but it isn't about what the truth is? How can you say that and stand upon? That's what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. You're standing on it's a feeling, but you can't say that, yo, this is just what it is. This is the objective truth. That's not cool. That's not cool, because you know the truth, and that's how they're going to fucking trick the mass people. They're going to be like, well, it's just an objective truth. It's just how we feel. If enough of us feel like that, then what the fuck is the problem? The problem is people got to stand on saying what's objective truth. Objective truth is kids shouldn't be raped. That's objective truth. That should be what it is. It's not an objective. It's not an objective. It's not an objective perspective. It's not an objective perspective. An objective perspective is an objective perspective is you feel bad about it. That's what you're saying. Objective perspective is, yo, I feel bad. I feel like this shouldn't be. You might not do nothing about it, but guess what? How you feel matters. But that's your objective perspective that this is wrong. Objective truth is it's wrong. And it's wrong. There's no validation in anybody saying that they should grade. You said there was no fact in there. You said there was no fact in that statement. And that's bogus. That's bogus. That.
Are we even having an argument about feelings right now? Like, chill.
It's not even feelings. It's children. We're having an argument about saying something is right. Saying something is right now. Based off of how you feel and saying something is right ultimately.
But like why do you think it's wrong? Why do you think it's wrong? What's the reason why it's wrong?
Because consent is involved, right?
So what's
consent?
Wrong with
consent. If my child is saying no, then that's the consent is no.
Because it's gonna hurt you, right? If that happens to your child, that will hurt you, right? Hurt your feelings. And you're gonna want to get emotional. You're gonna want to retaliate.
Listen to what you're saying.
The definition said an objective truth cannot be based off of feeling.
Right.
So that's why you read the definition. You just read the definition, and it said that in it. That it can't be based off your feelings. So the reason why most people think that's wrong and why there's a law against graping and PDF files or whatever is because people feel like it's wrong because it hurts them. If that happens to them or if their loved one or something, it enrages you. It makes you want to retaliate. It hurts your feelings. That's what it said in the definition. Objective truth has nothing to do with feeling. It's something you can prove without a shadow of a doubt.
So how can you prove things without there being characteristics of how you feel? You can't say I love the sun giving me rays, and that be you like the feeling, but guess what? It's an objective truth because you still feel the rays, right? So all I'm saying is, if we can't decide as a people that having sex with an underage minor that is not in consent is wrong all the way across the board, then anything could be changed. And if what you're saying is true, and it is objective perspective, or it is, you know what I mean? Yeah, objective perspective.
I think generally it is the objective perspective.
Then that objective perspective is going to be pushed further and further away from the objective truth. Mark my words. And it has already been. And there's examples.
This is what me and my boy get into. We call this semantic arguments. Because we're saying the same thing, just drilling a hole. Like nobody likes grape. Yeah. But let's move it to another discussion. This was good.
Speaking of,
but the reason we were talking about objective versus a subjective perspective, because we were talking about if a mom, well, you bring that conversation up.
So this woman found out that her man had HIV, and the mom knew about it and she didn't tell her. Do you think that she should have told her? Or she shouldn't? Absolutely. Is that objective or subjective? The answer.
It's subjective because, well, her answer was subjective because she was like, "Look, I'm not gonna do this over my babies, over morality." And that's when I'm talking about objective, it's usually under like when you say prove, like prove to me isn't just you see it. It's like it's more than just you see it. You know it. Like it's like knowing it and thinking it is two different things. Like for her to know that her kid had this and this kid and this kid was about to make a victim to another young lady, which is going to be in her lineage, is evil. And it's evil because she didn't think about the life of the baby. Right? She didn't think about the life of the girl that the dude decided to deal with. She had no remorse. She said her love for her baby trumps her morality code or her judgment to say, hey, this is all the run. And this is what I mean. She had a dose of what is more important to me, how I feel about my baby or how I feel about the woman that he decides to be with. And she chose her baby. But that's an objective perspective. Because you're always going to choose your son. And you know what I mean? You're always going to choose your kid over a fucking stranger. But that doesn't make it right. What makes it right, the objective truth in that situation, is the truth should have been out there. Everybody should have been participating for it to be the objective truth. But that's not what happened.
Now, this... In one of these situations like this, I look at it as, this is definitely subjective. Because, right and wrong is tested. It's the mom, and you should do something to stop your child from hurting others. You know, if you know that, you know what I mean? I think the right thing to do would be like, yo, don't do this. You know what I mean? Or...
Blueface mom.
Let the girl know, or if you don't tell her, I'm gonna tell her. You know what I mean?
Or no, what's the nigga name?
Like
NBA young boy.
His mom said it.
I think
he said that he got hurt.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, like if my child was burning, like, cause you know you gotta have to talk with your kids and make sure that they're protecting themselves and all that. So like if my kid was reckless like that, and you know what I mean. you know, let that happen to them, I mean, I would try my best to get them treatment and all that other shit. But I'm not gonna let them, yeah, whatever. But I'm not gonna be fucking letting them out here infect people, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I would be like, listen, you better tell that girl if you don't tell her, I'm gonna tell you got this amount of time because I'm not about to be in this girl face and you bringing her around. Don't bring her over here. Dirty. You need to tell her. You can't be sleeping with
these niggas don't care though. Well, I shouldn't say people don't care. People don't care. Like I've seen bad females and everybody knows that she has something.
Yeah, I know women with herpes and they're not telling people.
Yeah.
For sure.
But nah, she'll tell the dudes that, you know what I mean? And she'll act like, yo, I know a nigga. I know a nigga that got exposed in a battle rap because everybody knew this about his baby mother. He knew, but he had to pretend he didn't know because, nigga, you a battle rapper. So they not supposed to really know you or do they research on you like that. But this is not. I guess he got to the level where they were doing their homework and they was like, I heard your bitch burning, blah, blah, blah. And you could just see the pain in his eyes. Like, it hit different when it's the truth, yo. It hit different when it's the truth, yo. And he knew it was the truth. He's probably just thinking like, damn, how does this nigga know all of this shit? But, yeah, I couldn't do that battle rap shit. Like, if somebody, like, did their homework and really struck a nerve, I'm swinging. I'm fucking up the whole event. Because my fellas will be hurt.
You see what Matt Hoffa did?
Yeah, he was mad. You know what I'm saying?
Matt Hoffa.
That's how he known for punching niggas out.
That's how he got his claim to fame,
He known for punching niggas out. He known for punching niggas out.
Then
he punched out a nigga from CT. I could have swore he did.
I don't know. Why you be doing that? You live in CT, yo. That's crazy.
I just heard he did.
Look at his face. Why you be doing that?
Like, yeah. Like, why you gonna shit where you eat? Like, damn. Like if I was like from Milford or some shit. Well, you from Jamaica. That's why, yo.
Not
so
even that. Not
like,
even
yo,
that, nigga.
my boy African, right? And he lived down south.
I love this place.
I be telling him all the time. I'm like, yo, he like, yo, why you don't leave? Why you don't leave and come out to Charlotte? Why you don't come out here? And I be like, yo, bro, like Charlotte is slow for me, bro.
It is.
I don't like it out there like that.
But if you had a whip,
club,
you would be around.
Yeah.
You would put a lot of miles in your shit, but you would be around.
But yeah, he always be saying that, and he be like, yo, you fucking love CT, nigga. You love New Haven. Yo, I'm like, nigga, it ain't not. I mean, I was born here. I had my good and bad times in here or whatever. But I just
you know you fucked up now, nigga.
Yo, you gonna hit it, man. I just feel like you shouldn't have fucked with it. Should have just left it alone.
Now you look like you telling Undertales.
What was I saying?
That's better.
Yeah.
I like my shirt and this lighting.
Yeah, like I just represent where I'm from. Like I'm not one of those people. Like,
represent.
Always been like that.
Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, Ricardo? From Brazil.
Brazil?
Yeah, Brazil.
Oh, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate you pulling up, man.
Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live.
Chama.
Facts.
We appreciate you.
Chama. Shout out to my nigga Alex Pereira. You know what I'm saying? UFC nigga, you be fucking niggas up.
Yo, what do you think about speaking of UFC, what do you think about that fight that's about to happen?
Which one?
With Tank.
Tank and Lamont, that shit's gonna be in March. This shit was supposed to be this month. That's why I'm so upset, but they pushed it back.
It's about to be his last fight.
No, it's not gonna be his last fight. He said 3
more. To have 3.
This is gonna be his last year.
Oh, like Denzel.
In 2025.
Oh, I saw the movie too. Speaking of Denzel, I seen Gladiator 2.
How was it?
It wasn't bad.
It was decent.
Why
what?
Because I was like, really like thinking like, yeah, like it wasn't bad. It wasn't. Yo, it was some crazy stuff that happened, and you know what it was giving? Like, I don't know if you guys ever watched Spartacus, but
Yeah, I watched Spartacus.
Spartacus
was good though.
Spartacus
it just was a little weird though.
It was weird. It was just giving that, yo. Like, you know
oh,
like,
okay,
it was a lot going on.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Could you see Denzel? Why
Denzel's
is
a beast.
No. I'm asking you a specific question
movie,
though. Could you see why a kissing scene would be needed in that movie? With Denzel?
it was more a sense of respect type of thing, like Godfather type of thing.
Oh, okay.
It was like that.
So
it wasn't
they was kissing the ring and shit like that.
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Okay,
for royalty for certain people that were
I get it.
In the government.
See, you can't word shit certain ways because people speculate, and then for you to specifically say and it not be in the
dude
movie,
was like full on Frencher and all that.
Yeah, like you made that shit seem like, oh no, it was man on man. Like what the fuck you mean man on man?
Then he
like,
said it was a peck.
He left a hickey on my bottom
lip.
lip.
He tried to clean it up. I don't like that. Don't try to clean it up.
But they said they don't know what he's talking about. There was no kiss that was cut out. Everybody else said.
Who said that?
The people
in the movie.
Part of the movie. Who made the movie.
See, this is why I be saying what I be saying, yo. We could call it conspiracy theories, but I think he had to say that.
He had to say pause after he said, I don't know what he was thinking.
He ain't say that shit.
Ain't he from New York?
Is it?
I don't know, I think so. Chicago,
This is an old ass.
Yeah, because you know
walking up all them steps of Equalizer. I know that nigga was tired as hell.
Yeah,
because he like 70 or something.
Yeah, he old as fuck.
Old ass nigga.
He can't do that. All them tricks that he used to do.
I was tired for him watching him walk up on the steps.
Yeah,
Equalizer. Where the fuck was he in?
He better have that stunt double, because that shit is...
He was out of breath too. He was like...
Yeah, but that was
real, yeah.
One take. So you got one take.
He lost weight in this movie. He was like slimmer.
Jogging up them damn stairs, probably.
That was the last movie he did before.
He said I was good.
That shit got him right. He had to shoot that scene like 10 times.
That's crazy. 10 times.
I gotta go to Greece,
I just
bro.
made that up. I don't know.
You say you gotta go to where?
To Greece. Like Greece, Italy, something like that.
Yeah,
yo, so much bloodlust is in the arenas and shit. It gotta be, yo. So many people died.
I want to go in there. I want to check that.
You gonna feel that energy, nigga.
Yo,
I'm telling you, you gonna be like,
you remember the
what
movie?
Is this?
Remember the movie Jumper?
Yeah, he just popped up everywhere.
Jumped the road, bro. Yo, he had bad money, bro.
I'm surprised they didn't like make a sequel of that. That was a good concept.
They probably didn't really. It didn't really do too well.
Wasn't Samuel L. Jackson in that shit? Who was in that shit? He was in that shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was
he was like the nigga that was catching all the people that was jumping and shit.
I could see that movie popping off again. That was a good.
You know what? They probably couldn't recast him because of Marvel.
Yeah.
Because he's like a big piece in that shit.
Nick Fury, yeah.
And Nick Fury was supposed to be white too.
He was.
He was white.
Why can't we never have our own parts? We always they got a black person recycling.
Because white people didn't think about us back then.
We don't really got shit.
White people wasn't thinking about
us back then.
Who the fuck making movies?
That's why we got what's his name. That's why we got what's his name, yo.
We got new
what's that nigga name?
Black heroes.
What's his name, man?
We only got 2.
Jason Pill.
Yeah, we got how many black
Jason Pill be making black movies. Name Us. He made Get Out.
Name 10 characters, comic book black characters for her, or at least 5.
Oh, it's easy.
Hold on. He's about to cook.
That was originally
Blue Marvel.
a white
Blue Marvel.
The Falcon.
The Falcon is black.
Dr. Voodoo.
Dr. Voodoo is black.
Okay, so we need to stop recycling.
Misty Knight.
I didn't say we didn't have them.
Blade is original.
Stop recycling other stories.
All these are original.
I didn't even say Black Panther.
Ariel, not even just that. Like Ariel, that was a white girl. Why, stop doing
But we
that.
don't have many things of our own.
That's what I'm saying. They're making
But
it
we
over
do
with
have-
black people. Make more
Static Shock.
of that. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Instead
DC, I don't even
of
fuck
playing
with
a
them.
role that was previously played by a white, or the basis, the foundation came from the story of a white person.
But you know why they do
And
that? You know why they do that?
I don't care why. Stop doing it and make more of our own. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. I'm just saying
You
that
need people that's gonna fucking pay for that budget to do that shit.
Exactly.
To actually promote black people. Like you don't
to
got nobody
be-
do that. So we take it how we can
That's
get
why
it.
we need
We
to
would
make
take
a movie.
we would take a movie with
Put on weirdo.
with a
Movie.
black person playing a superhero role and be like, oh, they did good for that. Let's put Cyborg. Let's
Cyborg too.
take that guy and make him into a big star in this movie. Like I was thinking about Black Panther being a movie for a long time. Like I was like, yo, I was like,
dope movie,
I was like, yo, I want to be casted for that shit. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'll go down to the casting call. I wanted that movie so bad, man. I was glad when they did it. I wasn't disappointed, yo. Like that movie was
the first one.
really good. The first one
was
It
great.
was
I
really
didn't
good.
watch the second one.
The second one wasn't bad because it introduced new characters. Ashuri is a really big part of the Black Panther storyline because that's his sister. She's like, you know, she makes all the gadgets and shit. She's like one of the smartest people in the Marvel universe.
After he died.
No, he has a son with Storm, and his son becomes the new Black Panther. In the movie?
Second one, yeah.
No.
Oh.
Ironheart was in it though. Ironheart is the girl that becomes the new Iron Man. I think that comic book came out like after 2006 sometime. But that's a pretty dope storyline because it's actually a black character.
I didn't like the second one because of the bad person. The bad person was supposed to be a native god
Namor?
or whatever. Yeah.
That's a real character.
I know, but I didn't like how they did that because he's also a real person in history.
Okay.
Like he's like the Aztec people in them used to worship or shit like that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And
God of the sea.
And a lot of people think a lot of the Aztec people are like black anyway. So it's like technically us fighting ourselves and like
that's how they made the story. They were like their area was underneath Wakanda and they had vibranium themselves and they protected it. And then the Wakanda, they have vibranium and they protected theirs and made a industrial civilization on their land and powered like crazy fucking machines and all types of shit. So they had like, they was dope. So they both were dope and they separated from each other. All the Panthers of old always made sure that they were separated from each other because they didn't want them to try to steal any of their shit.
But that's what happened at the end, essentially. The dude came back and he was like, nigga, I'm about to like keep them alive to put them against each other. Like,
right.
And like, yo,
so
like
that's the only way to stop them. Because America couldn't stop. Oh, damn. I forgot we on. Wait, hold up. I got it. So they wanted to stop Wakanda.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop Wakanda. They feared Wakanda becoming a superpower and overpowering.
That's
the
exactly
US.
what it is.
It's like some real life shit. But in the battle of it was like they're gonna be like, all right, we'll infiltrate them, get them to work amongst each other, like you were saying, and let them destroy each other. But one's gonna win, and if one wins, one could be worse than the other because the Wakandans were civilized. You know what I mean? The other one was like, shit, they want to overthrow, they want to flood the whole world. You know what I mean? So they're like, yo, we're going to turn everything into our Atlantis. You know what I mean? So
they basically did that with the flood.
Right. And they was trying to, and Wakanda was trying to save the world. Crazy. They was trying to save everybody else. Even despite what they're trying to do, they don't want to lose the people that they care about, and they love Africa. So they want to preserve it, and they don't want this to happen. So they're doing what they can do to stop it. and it was a hell of a ride, yo, because it showed a few things. You know what I mean? It's a lot of women empowerment in this movie.
Why do you think that
it's not bad though, because I feel like, all right, I really be on the fence with this like feud between the genders, because it's like I love women. You know what I mean? They don't even know. They Aggie, but I love them all the same. Like at the end of the day. So like, I understand that we have our differences because we don't understand each other, and we try our best to let you guys understand what it is. But it's like, yeah, but da-da-da-da. Listen, we understand y'all and deal with y'all. Y'all can't understand us and meet us halfway type. You know what I mean? It would make most of these relationships work. And so when you see women being strong and still standing by their men, like they're still supporting the person that they care about.
That's sexy.
But they're still doing what they're supposed to do for their country. You know what I mean? They're doing their part to make sure that their kids are able to eat. You know what I mean? In a way that you appreciate. And then they got the other army like, I'm not gonna bow down to a woman, and then she whoops his ass. So it makes black women look even better. And then the way the storyline goes is he actually does get his ass whooped by Black Panther. But it wasn't her, it was the Black Panther. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm pretty sure that
this is in the movie or in the comics?
In the comics is different, but now the movies, they're making comics to resemble the movies. So
no, but the part that you just said was from the comics or from the movie?
This story particular is influenced by something that came out in like the 60s, 70s, some shit.
Oh, okay.
But it's different. It's a lot different. Yeah, Black Panther became the king of the dead, but you know,
they made that nigga Osiris.
Circumstances happen.
Yo,
but you know, but we all know that circumstances happen, which you know interrupted it, and they had to think fast. So they thought of something to replace him, and they chose something that was from. They went through the books and was like, she was at one point, and this is how the storyline went. But it was a lot different. It was internal. It had nothing to do with the U.S. or anything like that. It was more of a internal battle within the country, and it was something else. Somebody was trying to take over or some shit. I don't know if it was Killmonger. It wasn't Killmonger. It was somebody else. He had a few villains. Like Black Panther. Black Panther was dope, yo. He was really dope. Like he really could take on anybody in the Avengers single-handedly.
Why do you think he was created like that by Stan Lee?
Cause Stan Lee was empathetic to African American, to the culture. His eyes were open. I mean, it wasn't any coincidence. It came out like the 60s or some shit like that, like the early 60s. So, like, for him to come out with a whole storyline based on what was actually going on in the world was crazy, because people didn't think people were paying attention to comic books.
He did Luke Cage too, right?
Luke Cage actually was Power Man. Power Man came out, I think, in like the 70s.
That's crazy.
So he was a character that was created back in the day too. And speaking of that, there's a new Luke Cage that's like super powered. Like he's got all these different powers. He's got the power of the Sentry, powered up Luke Cage. Like it's crazy shit. It's a new comic book just came out. But with that, the Black Panther he had to fight against the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, like it was crazy. Like it was crazy stuff like going on in the comic, and it was like at the time you got the Black Panther Party.
They tried to hang him and they couldn't because his neck was made out of steel.
It was crazy, bro.
That's fire. Okay, she went to the next game. I see, mama.
All right, music lover.
But yeah, man, it was a different time, but like they try their best to try to fit the shit into the movies now and shit, just to make it work.
I keep trying to watch Smile too, but I keep falling asleep.
I watched that. That was interesting. I won't spoil it, but it's got a great finale at the end.
Watch what?
Smile too.
Oh, Smile too. The scary shit?
Yeah.
Mike Myers says he wants to make another Austin Powers movie.
How
Baby.
How did you feel about that? You like that was good comedy for you?
I liked it. I remember that one scene where he was, it was stupid, but I remember that one scene where he was, where the dude was standing in the middle of the factory. He was like, no! And the shit was going at like 2 miles per hour. And then he could have just moved out the way. He just was saying no for mad long. I was like, I like shit like that. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, man.
That nigga really waited for that shit
Creative.
to fucking cook. Yo, that shit was funny as hell.
And I'm a James Bond fanatic. Like I love James Bond. So I know like the correlations, like the spy who shagged me, the spy who loved me.
Oh,
You know what
I didn't even know
Like-
that. That's
like
good.
I know like those movies, Goldfinger was GoldenEye, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. The Man with the Golden Gun. It was James Bond was dope, man. James Bond was the smoothest. Yo, I remember when they said they was gonna make Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
They was talking about making him a new James Bond or something.
Yeah, I wanted that to happen, but it didn't.
I mean, but then that's what we talking about. Like how a person that really like enjoys James Bond movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got used to seeing Sean Connery and
Yeah, we need our own private.
You know,
or
yeah, right. Like come up with
not
something that fits him.
replaying another
Like I don't mind
character.
Vin Rames' character being in the Mission Impossible. Like that was actually a series back in the day, whatever. Like I don't mind him being in there as the intel guy or something like that. But like if Ethan Hunt was like a black dude, like I'd be like, yo, like wasn't that dude like white? You know what I mean?
I
It's
feel
just-
like
it's
if
weird.
one person could play him, then anybody could play him.
But he could play his own role. Not it's. This is what I'm saying.
But we're limited then.
Not limited.
Yeah, we are
The
limited.
story's already been told.
We're
in the
limited
form
to-
of
we're
a way.
limited
You could
to
make
black
another one.
If Michael
and call
Myers
it
was
something
black,
else.
like from
what I'm saying is,
009
I'd
or
be
something
strongly
instead of
disappointed,
007.
bro.
What I'm saying is we're
I'd be
limited
mad
as
as
far
fuck.
as numbers in the country that we're at, right? So if we make movies that's just for black people, okay, cool. But
I never said just for black people. I just said
Well, just with
instead
black
of
people, our own
recycling
stories.
a character
Okay.
that has already been played by another race,
okay.
then how about
Create
we
our
have
own.
our own
Right.
movie?
We-
Like instead of the
we-
Little
like
Mermaid being
Candyman.
black,
Mhm.
have the Princess and the Frog. That's
Bitch ass.
The
So,
You ever
Princess
seen
and the
that?
Frog.
so what you're saying is
So horrible.
we need the resources of like a Walt Disney to come out with our own.
saying extra stuff.
No.
you
Because
don't have to do it.
if we don't have to do that, then you're saying you want Walt
We got
Disney.
Tyler Perry.
You want Walt
It
Disney
doesn't
to
matter
make.
who made it.
It
I'm
does
just,
matter
I was
who
just giving
makes
you
it.
examples
It
of
does
movies.
matter who makes it because that's the reason why it's not happening. Because it's predominantly white people or run by white people is the reason why we're not going to see those
Well,
type
we
of
all
movies.
know that.
Yeah,
I'm not asking why. I'm just
or
saying
the
what
movies
should-
or the
what
movies
should
that
be
we
happening.
do have out that are on Tubi, like you said, don't get the popularity because they have branded by black people. And now we think of
And Tubi is owned by
low
Fox.
value.
I'm just saying,
We don't support
yeah.
each other.
I'm just saying we think it's low value when we think of Tubi. If the best we could do is
There do
Tubi.
be some good movies.
Yeah, they
Tubi
probably do.
is owned by Fox.
I'm pretty sure it is. And Fox, you know what I'm saying? Fox has a reputation on being
They got
a
original
certain
series
way
up there now
politically.
and shit.
But you know what I'm saying? I like their content. I've always liked The Simpsons.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, there are
Seinfeld
some
and-
good movies
You know,
up there.
a lot of
not
this
only
shit
low
up there,
budget
you know what I'm
stuff.
saying?
And there be
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
low budget white movies up there too.
Absolutely. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying the reason why we don't see
Yeah, I know the
as
reason,
many.
but I was just saying we need the. I'm tired of recycling, making us play roles that was created for a white person. I want to see more, but I know we live in the system of white supremacy.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more understanding because I do want to see Idris Elba play James Bond. Just because, like you said, you thought it was Sean Connery. You might have thought it was the other dude, Pierce Brosnan or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I want there to be a genre where it was like, well, I thought it was Idris Elba. And I think that's important for representation as far as black men and black boys. You know what I mean? We want to have that legacy of our own. Cause it like
So you're
maybe they
accepting
could
the scraps, good to give it a
No, that's maybe they could reinvent the character for 007, maybe 008, 009.
Well, they do got a new 007. It was a black woman.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather a black man though. I'd rather a black man because I don't feel like the woman.
She's taking the 00 torch. I don't know if they got other movies in the work. Oh.
Because part of the reason why we like 007 is because of the sexy lady that he was with. So now we're gonna expect.
I like the action. It was.
I like the action too, but the sexy lady. Like,
everybody liked the woman.
Remember Pussy? What was her name? Pussy or some shit like that.
Octopussy.
Yeah, Octopussy. Fucking Octopussy, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's all type of characters in the James Bond that made you like invest into that whole aura, horror lore. And I understand what y'all saying. You know, we do need our own representation, but I do feel like I'll give a good job done if a good job is done. Because guess what? They've been doing that to our movies. How many fucking movies have you seen in Egypt with white people? So how many? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, we got Alex Cross.
No. I'm just saying. Like, a lot of the movies where it's supposed to be set where it's all black people don't have no black people in it. So it's the same shit. It's like they did a good job of making sure that when we think of certain,
they're in charge of everything, so they're already
100%.
So
100%.
I'm saying we need to figure out a way for us to have our own.
Neely Fuller says they control the 9 systems. You know what I mean? It's entertainment, it's education. It's medical.
I do believe entertainment is controlled 100%.
Yeah, they control everything.
So they give us whatever perception.
100%.
And you know what? Like, I was watching that Berkeley interview, and it's crazy what Malcolm X was saying back in 1963. He was saying the problem is that, and this dude used a crazy example. He said, why didn't the Muslims step in and retaliate for what happened with those 3 little girls in that church? They bombed a church. And he said, he was like, because we're not separatists. You know what I mean? So we follow, you know, our guidelines and we support our own. If that had been one of ours, you wouldn't even have to think twice about it. You already know what time it is. You know what I mean? We support our own people. We take care of our people. And that's what we want to teach the black people of America, to take care of their own people.
That's wild.
And they won't. What?
Because now you're saying because they want your religion, they want your people.
No.
What take care of our, those 3 little black girls, nigga.
What they're doing. I
don't respect that if you said it.
Is well, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But what they're saying is they always go and look to them for help instead of helping each other, and that's what the problem is. We don't have any problem. We do not turn anybody away. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how they do. But you have to give, you know, give your body, give your mind to God and all that other stuff.
Panthers would never.
That's how they feel. I mean,
the Panthers wasn't.
But that's what I'm saying. And the government is looking at them as criminals, and they're fighting them, and they're dying. They don't touch the Muslims because they know what's gonna happen. They already know what time it is. They know how many of them it is. So they wouldn't dare. You know what I mean? But it's like certain groups of people, they can't gather together because then they're gonna look at it as an act of terrorism.
So what I'm asking you is, 3 black girls that die in a church aren't have no connection to the black Muslims.
What do you mean?
Okay, let me ask it like this. Is your religion change you as? Is your religion more describing than your skin complexion? What describes you more, your skin complexion or your religion?
What describes you more? Your skin complexion?
For
or
both.
Skin complexion, because everybody's not religious.
Thank you. Okay. What about you, Smiley? What you think?
But none of it really describes you, if you really think about it. Neither one.
I mean,
that's just
not
what you
full,
look like.
but
and
I'm just saying, what more? What does more? Your skin complexion or your religion? Because essentially, that's what Malcolm was saying. He was saying because of his religion, he didn't even put it as a skin complexion thing. Like, it didn't matter that she was a black woman or little black girls. It mattered more that they were.
The
part
guy
of that
asked,
religion.
"Why didn't your group retaliate
Exactly.
when this happened?"
And his answer was,
That's not their job. You gonna let stuff like that happen to your people? The people in that town should have looted, should have did whatever they had to do or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they gonna get involved in that and cause attention, negative attention to their people? And they're ready. They are. They said that. They're not like that.
I'm not mad
with their people.
I'm not mad at what he's saying. I just disagree with it. I feel like, no, like, if your message is to the black man, then the people that you
it's for the people that want to take the message.
Then your people is the black people. Like, you can't say, hey,
it is so much to them. It's like so much to them as reach one, teach one. It's whoever takes the message.
It's not for whoever, because it can't be for a little white boy. Little white boy could feel like however he want to feel.
White people can become Muslim.
Not a black Muslim. They could be Islam.
Not nation.
They could be Islam.
Probably not the nation.
They could be Islamic faith.
Not the nation of Islam.
They could be Islamic faith. They can't be Muslim.
Right. Not the nation of Islam. No.
So, I mean, that's a little. That just separates it for me.
Because they understand. They understand how the country has treated people of color.
They do. I won't.
And so they're not gonna.
I just don't.
They're not gonna take it lying down, and they just want their own stuff. They support their own people. They buy their own stuff.
Though. You know your people got just because.
Do you ever stop and buy their newspaper?
What do you mean?
When the Muslim be selling a newspaper, do you ever stop and buy it?
No.
All right.
I never did it.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody probably do. Everybody just drive right by.
But this is what I mean.
But they still be out there.
Why? Like this is what what I'm saying to you is
older people still be getting.
Nah, check this out, E. The people that connect to that want to connect to it because they agree with something that and I agree with a lot of their values. Would I stop to get something? No, because I feel like that information is to influence me to become something that I don't believe I am. Right? I believe that there's a lot of knowledge in the Muslim faith, especially that factor of the black Muslims, and you know what I'm saying, with Martin Luther King, and not Martin Luther King, with Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad and Louis Farrakhan. Respect to all those brothers. But what I'm saying is, if we're trying to say that specific situation where Malcolm was talking about the 3 girls and say that the reason why they didn't have any reaction is because, like, if you're not Muslim, then you're not our people. It's kind of counter redundant to say that. Oh,
he didn't say.
Hold on, let
me
tell you why. It's kind of counter redundant because it's like you have a book, or Elijah Muhammad has a book called Message to the Black Man. So obviously your people are the same black people, whether they believe or not. Now, they had that same argument in the Christianity or back in the day when they used to believe in Christ. I'm not even going to call it Christian because this is before they called it Christians, and it was just people believed in Christ. You know what I'm saying? They had differences of opinions. Now, there was the people that got it from source, which is the people like the disciples, right? All of the disciples were getting it from source. And then there was the people that they would meet in passing, right? So they got parts of the story, but they didn't get the whole of the story because the Bible wasn't there yet. So now you just meet, let's say you meet Christ in passing, right? And he does a miracle in your town, and you say, okay, this is my Lord and Savior. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm convinced. I've seen him work. I've seen the miracles. I'm convinced, right? you may have a different perspective than one of the disciples, because the disciples is with him and they could have more in-depth conversations about what the value of life is or whatever. You see what I'm saying? You could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be wrong in your perspective if you didn't ask a specific question. And I feel like the specific questions aren't getting answered in today's times, right? So it's like, we'll focus more on how we feel about it than what it really is. And it's like, yo, we can't do that shit.
I think it's because we do like have like a lot of privileges. Like the fact that we don't have restrictions on the media that we can put out, or basically what platforms we can use or whatever. Other countries have a lot of restrictions. They have like dictatorships. So we're looked at as like, you know, kind of spoiled brats because we worry about certain things. But when you lived here in this country, you realize, okay, we do have, you know, we eat, we have a place to stay, most of us, you know what I mean? We have clothes, stuff like that. But it feels like slavery kind of, you know, to an extent. There's really no real freedom. You know, you have financial burdens and restrictions. There's certain things that you can and can't do. You have choices in life. You can try to make the best of what you have to try to get to another point in life, but it feels like it's a perpetual pattern.
Yeah,
but it's not like
you to keep you in
bombs and crazy stuff going on all the time, and you know what I mean, hijackings and stuff like that. You know, there's crime like everywhere else, but it's not as extreme as it is in the third world countries, I'm sure. But everybody feels like, you know, you're on a hamster wheel. So when we go to other people's countries and we live it up and they think we're super rich and all this other shit, it's only because we want to get away from the routine that we're used to, living day to day, check to check, most of the time, because the dream, the American dream that you guys think about is not the dream that we live in, and especially not our race of people. We don't have that generational contribution for us to progress in life. We have to build everything from scratch. Every kid is growing up, graduating from school with nothing but their degree. They don't have money. They don't have mommy and daddy's money or any asset. They might have a fucking hand-me-down car, but that's about it. And eventually, that's just the bill now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, it's a lot of shit that, you know what I mean?
Thank you, though.
We don't really get out of life, you know what I mean, other than these small little crumbs, you know what I mean, and figure it out, you know what I mean, and do whatever works, you know what I mean. So it's not what people think, but then you do see other people come here and get opportunities because their parents came here, they bust their ass and worked hard and saved a nest egg, gave it to their kids, sent their kids to school. Some more. It's on the floor.
It's on the floor?
Yeah.
Where?
Behind the water.
Can I get it?
Nope.
Where?
It's on the side of the wall.
On the side of the wall?
Yeah.
You got something I can smush it with?
It's just a hole.
There ain't no more. That shit looked like it was like a fucking needle or some shit.
But yeah, man, it's just.
Move the water, don't
See it?
just crush it up more. It's already.
Nope. See it? It's right next to the wall. It's probably like hidden there. Nah, it's on that side. It's behind the water.
Behind this water? Yeah. Oh, I see it. Yep. Oh, shit, the nigga's still alive. See, I told you them Beatles is strong, yo.
Jurassic Park beetle and shit.
This nigga is still alive, yo. I don't know how to kill it, yo. Yo, I'm gonna just leave the water on it. Okay.
Don't put that up there on top of the water. Put the water on it.
It's gonna walk right
Just
under.
leave it alone. It's gonna,
Alright,
it
this
ain't
shit
gonna
gonna
do
fly on
nothing to you.
Smiley again.
But that wasn't what that was.
Alright. That beetle was strong. I tried to stomp it
No,
3
very
times.
hard.
Nigga said nope.
Because you're not stepping on it because it's on the side of the wall.
Nah,
No,
but
I
that shit,
stepped it directly in
that
the
shit,
carpet.
that
Nigga
shit
said,
go into the carpet. That
Nigga
shit
went in his
body
cell.
don't got
That's what
no.
I'm saying.
he got a turtle
you gotta
shell.
do at a certain angle.
Yeah, you gotta pierce that nigga. Once you gotta pierce a fucking bug, nah, hell no. Nala, look at her butt. She don't want that shit.
Lala, get it.
You need to get
It's
a
right under that blue thing.
Hanjo Masamune.
Ma'ow.
That's a
Ma'ow.
samurai sword.
Ma'ow. 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 Ma'ow.
I was looking at
Ma'ow.
how samurai swords are made, yo.
Ma'ow.
They use sand to make that shit.
Come here. You like, how I know that? Come here.
Something wrong with you, Chris.
See, you should have seen how she looked at me. She was like, yo, how you know that? You gotta say it like that. Ma'ow.
This
Who taught you that? That's okay.
It's that bullshit TikTok again.
Yeah, man. Yo, I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about.
Many moves of Moses. Ready to kill.
Yo, you seen what's that nigga name?
I don't know.
TK Kirkland.
TK, what'd he do?
He was on that podcast with that
Oh,
chick.
talking to that girl. Yeah, bro. Like I said, I can't watch
That
that
was
shit.
annoying.
That should be triggered to me, bro. I can't watch that mentality because they don't be nobody that. What the fuck? Explains.
it doesn't matter what it says. Look at the picture.
Oh yeah, the hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there'd be so much trauma in them niggas that be dying in hair that color.
Yeah, they said Diddy, when he was a kid, he made his
Yeah, man.
cheeks
What?
bleed.
What? Oh my god.
And they said he had to go to the hospital.
That's crazy.
And that was when his mom got him. But she
That's
should have never left him over there for Puffy Flavor Camp.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Wow. What do you say to that, nigga? Let's talk about something else, yo. This is what I mean. Like, that's
I
wrong.
was trying to find because somebody came on Angela Yee, like she let them.
I was
Yeah.
talking about something else, but I forgot what I was talking about. So.
It's gonna be hard to not think about.
Yo.
Shit crazy. Shit crazy, y'all.
Bad parenting 101.
Yeah.
Rule number 1: do not leave your kid unattended with a stranger or anyone for that matter. My kids, I'm gonna be with my kids wherever they go up until a certain age. And ain't no sleepovers or none of that shit, unless I'm sleeping there too. Like,
Facts.
if you want to see them, you could come visit, but they not, or I'll come over there. But when I leave, they coming with me. Cause y'all niggas wildin'. Y'all some badass parents.
Ooh, so check this out.
Take a kid with these predators
What
because
is?
you don't want to be. I don't know what you want or why y'all doing that, but y'all gotta get this shit together. This is ridiculous.
What
It's
if you?
happening too often.
What if
Is
you?
it that important to you for that you like give up your kids' innocence?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, that's crazy. What if you have a kid, right? and they want to have a sleepover at at a girl of a daughter of a guy you date, and you like, oh fine, as long as I could go. So you go, but the girls are still sleeping in the room by themselves. How do you navigate in that situation?
How old is she?
So let's say your daughter is 11 and her daughter is 12. Or his daughter is 12. Right? So they're fast friends. That's why she even wants to go over there. And you know what I mean? You've been talking to this dude. Let's say your baby daddy died. God bless. And
If sleeping over there, she should have her. She don't need to sleep in the room. They don't need to sleep in. They need to have their own separate room.
I mean, it's not their own separate room because you live in your own house. You live in your own house.
Yeah, but I'm saying they should have like a guest room.
I mean, let's say he don't. He say he got his daughter. He got his daughter room, his room, and you two are already messing around. So it's like that's where y'all gonna sleep, and your daughter just like.
What do you mean messing around?
So I'm saying you're actually messing with the daughter. So you're there too, but you're gonna be in the room with him because you're messing around with this dude.
First of all,
I'm saying hypothetical.
I don't have no kids, but if I do, hopefully I'll be able to find. So it ain't gonna be no.
Like I said, he died. He passed.
If I'm dealing with somebody else,
that nigga
passed. Unless we're in a relationship,
yeah.
Messing around.
All right, that's your relationship.
Then he's not gonna be just around my kids anyway.
Yeah, that's your relationship. He's around your kids. They became fast friends. You're sleeping in the room. She wants to sleep in old girl room. Y'all gonna sleep? Everybody gonna sleep out in the living room? How you gonna navigate in that situation? What? Everybody gonna? Everybody's sleeping out in the living room.
I'm just trying to
wrap
around my mind.
Sleep, then we'll go in the room and I'm gonna keep checking on them.
Oh, okay,
they're gonna stay out where we can all see them.
Keep the door open type shit.
No, not the door open. Ain't no door.
Y'all
can make her get some sleeping bags on the floor, and I'll keep checking on them because I don't. Little kids you don't know what people be exposed to. That's not my child. Wow. They could introduce them to something that they didn't. So I need to be able to see what's going on.
I feel that. And I know you mean that because you like standing on the homeschooling too. Yeah. And I feel like if you stand on the homeschooling, you gonna stand on some shit like that for sure. So I respect that.
Homeschooling is an awesome idea.
Yeah, it should be the norm, but it's not because they want your kid to be fucking.
One of my friends was homeschooled until he went to middle school.
That shit is smart.
So like, I think the 5th grade, he started the 5th grade and shit.
It's smart, but I think you should stick with it because you could have a social life and be out with kids your age and make friends and shit, but.
Cause that's the thing, they gotta be around people. They gotta have those people experiences.
These motherfuckers not anyway.
Cause that's how
they're online now. All these kids is online. All these kids is in their phone, on their tablets, playing video games online. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, none of them know how to socialize. None of them know how to talk.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I'll bring my kids to the park. We can have play dates. There's gonna be other kids in the neighborhood, or maybe my friends who have kids.
You're gonna do it how we're supposed to do it, and just get them to interact naturally. That's fucking how it's supposed to be. Like it shouldn't be forced. Arthur. It shouldn't be forced.
You know, Arthur still comes on.
His new episode.
Yeah, there is. It's the second longest running cartoon. You know which the first? Simpsons. I did not know that. And Mr. Ratburn married in 2019. Mr. Ratburn married an aardvark, and it was a man, another man.
That's what they doing now with Arthur. They doing
in 2019. That was a few. I don't know what season that was, but they're like on season 26 or 20 or 7.
They're getting crazy, man. Leave these kids' cartoons alone, man. Let them live, man. Let them live out here.
They're all these crossbreeding, there's a bunch of different mixed because they're all animals, right? So there's like a rat, cause there were a rat and an aardvark. Arthur's aardvark. All of his family is aardvarks. But then some of the characters, their families are mixed. They're like dogs and rabbits. And they have kids together, so they're like a mix between the two. And they were breaking down what every cast member in their family and what if they're mixed, like what was their mixed with.
That's crazy.
I was watching an anime today. It's called Beastars. Okay. And it's literally about a utopia where all animals are like the humanoids, right? And it's racism between, instead of the skin color, it's racism between the predators and the animals that don't eat meat. Right? So the predators, they all were supposed to live in harmony and shit, but the predators are like looked upon as like the black people because we're like our primal nature.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And
there's a lot of cartoons like that.
Fire.
You ever saw BoJack Horseman?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, BoJack Horseman is crazy.
BoJack is like some funny ass shit.
Yo,
that shit is funny as fuck.
That's wild, yo.
That shit is wild. Ain't he like the only horse nigga?
I ain't never see another horse.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's just him.
He the most famous horse though.
That shit crazy.
And then his agent is a fucking cat.
Yeah.
She a hoe too.
That's crazy.
I mean 304.
That's crazy because like the little soft and cuddly characters, they make them whores and shit.
Yeah.
They made the bunny a whore in Beastars, or a little slut.
Lola Bunny.
Shit was crazy.
Lola, yeah.
But it makes sense.
Lola was a little furry sex symbol.
Rabbits be fucking. That was a little subliminal.
That's crazy.
Somebody came on Angela, well, they could call in and tell like secrets, and they were like, or tell their stories. Something happened to them. They said that their brother slept with his wife or his baby mom. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, the brother of the dude slept with his wife or his girl or his baby mom or some shit like that. And that's his brother. So now his kids is gonna be cousin. I know a girl like that. I think I told y'all. I know a girl that.
Are they gonna be cousins? I didn't say they had a kid. They just.
Well, I'm talking about the girl I know.
I know somebody that had a kid with they brother baby mother. Married.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's ruthless.
Did he have a kid?
But I ain't gonna talk about that.
They still together?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't really know. I don't even want. I brought it up because that's crazy.
But it happens.
It happens. I'm just like.
Blueface gets Krishan name tatted on his face.
See? He love that girl.
She got her face, his face.
Yeah, we know that,
She
but he never
girl.
did it. So
Yes.
now he.
Because she holding him down while he locked up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That make you feel a certain type of way.
Look, I got way more respect for Krishan than Cardi in this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Than Cardi?
Than Cardi.
What you mean?
So...
I think
the
because Cardi was holding her dude down in jail.
Look, no, not even that. Just because of the circumstances. Now, Krishan Rock, she know what Blueface be doing. She know he fuck with other bitches. She know she don't give a fuck. She love that man, right? Right or wrong, she love that man, right? Cardi will not accept cheating. She was like, at some point you gotta stop. She's fighting his natural nature. She know this nigga just gonna cheat. She know this nigga don't like. You could tell he don't fuck with her.
Mad about that shit. That's why they would be getting into shit because you would be cheating on her.
All I'm saying is Krishan is more of a rider than Cardi.
I'll give her that.
That's all I'm saying. Krishan is more of a rider than Cardi.
Some women get tired. Some women been through it with mad niggas.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, she a little older, so she had other experiences. Remember, she held a dude down and he was in prison.
Yeah, when she was on
she wasn't messing with none of them dudes, and they was all trying to get at her.
Yeah, I'm not
But she
saying
had
that.
her twisted tooth and everything.
Look, I'm not.
No, but Krishan.
I'm not saying that she don't got it
He
in her.
thought that wasn't even his baby because she took that lie detector test and it said that she was messing with other people during the time that she was pregnant. That's why he was questioning the paternity.
I think it's just the dynamic.
So
like Krishan knows. Krishan knows that
but she got a masculine mentality, so she look at it like if you going to do it, she said that you gonna be fucking other bitches, or he don't want me to do it, but like I'm like that's what we do. You could do it. That's how she look at it.
And I respect that. But what I'm saying is like the difference between the dynamic is Krishan understands that Blueface put her on. Cardi feels like she got on by herself. She didn't need Offset. She just started fucking with Offset. So the dynamic is different.
She was
like if you put yourself on, you don't have to value nobody else because you put yourself on. But if you got put on, I
appreciate you.
If you got put on, you're gonna appreciate. I could do. I'm just saying, if you got put on, you're gonna appreciate the person that put you on versus if you put yourself on. If you did it yourself,
you could still appreciate.
You could appreciate people, but you're not gonna appreciate them for putting you on.
Because they didn't.
It's a different.
But you can still appreciate their presence in your life. It doesn't have to be based on.
What I'm saying is the reason why Cardi, and just my opinion, the reason
that's only in a business relationship.
You're right,
aspect.
But the reason why Cardi isn't in a relationship right now is because she said, you know what, my happiness trumps everything. My happiness is over everything. Krishan was like, look, I'm gonna fall back from everything, go to jail, come out of jail, and still love this man and still want to be with this man and still hold this man down. It's her saying, yo, I understand that I wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for this man. That's appreciation. What I'm saying is Cardi doesn't have that appreciation.
Krishan said they not been together. Like, they got married when he was in prison, but she never found to fill out the paperwork, and they're not together. And this was after the tattoo.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, all I'm saying is she loves this man more than I think Cardi loves Offset, and it shows. She's more grateful for this
too, because she wouldn't be able to evoke that type of emotion out of her for her to go online and curse and make.
That's not love. That's toxic. That's not love.
He's evoking emotion out of her because she doesn't want to be on. That's why she's getting so mad and coming up there and saying that. She's just expressing it differently. Krishan go online and will be talking shit about Blueface too. So they're doing the same shit.
Look,
and they're not together. She said they not.
It's different because of the value. I just believe that Krishan values Blueface more than Cardi values Offset.
I mean, she got that nigga face tatted on her face. I mean, that says quite a bit.
Like you think
yeah, but they're not together.
You think
that don't matter?
Remember when Blueface said that was
what nigga gonna want to be with you with another nigga face on you, a corny ass nigga, because nobody or somebody that you don't really want. Because why would you? Most men are not gonna want no chick with a nigga face tatted on her face. On her neck. And she be putting makeup on now, covering them shits up. So she's saying she didn't fill out the paperwork when they got married when he was in jail.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, regardless, I don't think you have to.
I just look at a lot of shit that she made was very
together, so it don't
very crazy decisions.
Because what are feelings if you can't? You saying you love them, people do. There are a lot of people that love each other and they're not together. But what does it matter if you're not together?
Unconditional.
That's why I said that you're proving my point that you cannot be with someone, but that doesn't mean because you said it's unconditional. I think she do still have unconditional, but she ain't with him.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Because you just said
she probably would be with him. But do you think she's more likely to be with him than
hold on,
Cardi to be with Offset?
They have similar behaviors.
That's what she's standing on. And what I'm saying is Krishan values Blueface more than Cardi values Offset. And hold on.
Unconditional love, even if they choose to leave.
That's cool, and that's fine and dandy because that's unconditional love and how they feel about each other. But what I'm saying is Chrisean's character, like not even the relationship or the love or anything, but her character is more grateful for the man than Cardi's character is grateful for Offset. And I'm just saying it's obvious.
Because it's a different dynamic. Take away the romantic relationship. Wouldn't you be grateful for someone that put you on and got you rich, making money?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
that they don't have that dynamic in their relationship, so it's going to be different. But that doesn't mean she's not grateful for it. That's why it hurts her when she goes up here and speaks and goes on these long rants, Cardi, because it hurts her. I don't think most of the time when women
when we're
she
talking
married
about being
him,
grateful,
she accepted his proposal. I think she really loves him, but
when
she's
we're talking
hurting.
about being grateful,
So she just wants
now
him to stop hurting her. She doesn't want to leave.
Hold on.
She wishes that
I
he would stop doing what he's doing.
I understand all of that, but it doesn't trump the person that also doesn't want him to do a lot of the shit that he does, but she still holds him down regardless. So
how she holding him down?
She holds him down because how is she not with him?
They're not together. That's what I just said. She posted a video after that, like after they showed that he got the tattoo, and she said they had when he was locked up, they got married when he was in there, but she then never filed the paperwork, and they're not together. Cause she was like, we thought that it was gonna be, but she not going forward with it because he's not. She don't believe it, so she not. They're not.
I think
he needs to show her. That's what she's saying. But again, leaving the door open for change. Like she'll accept him and she think he's gonna do better. But if he keeps hurting every time, she's gonna leave.
Check this out.
But she might come back.
Hold on. So
but a lot of women do that anyway.
What I'm saying is,
and that's why women are capable of unconditional love.
Hold on. What I'm saying is, when he gets out, because he's still in jail right now, he's gonna have a relationship with Chrisean. Regardless of what
they have a kid, so they should.
Exactly. And I'm just saying, just from
for co-parenting.
Let's just say for co-parenting. Let's say that, right? For co-parenting. Now it's not just co-parenting, it's business, because there's things that Chrisean signed, and as far as entertainment wise, is not under her jurisdiction just because she signed certain contracts, right? These contracts are brought by WAC 100 or whoever is managing that whole situation, right? These situations that's not really her world, so she needs somebody else to, if she
navigate.
Exactly, she needs somebody else to navigate. Now that was Blueface. Now she don't fuck with Blueface like you said. So I feel like it's inevitable for them.
Get out of the contract.
Was there some dude following her around saying that that's his baby?
Yeah, it probably was.
I didn't watch the clip, but there was a guy that said that.
Is that true? It was from Baltimore or something?
I didn't watch the clip, but I seen.
And that was another thing I was gonna say. I was like, Blueface didn't even accept the baby as his, because I remember at first he was making jokes that it was Charles Barkley baby.
A paternity test, and it was proved.
And it was his baby. Well, right?
Yeah,
so
that dude was just trolling.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But I believe they're going to be back together. And I still respect Chrisean over the Cardi situation. I think Cardi was acting more oblivious than Chrisean was. I think Chrisean knew what it was, and she just...
I mean,
because their dynamic was also different.
It was.
Blueface said, and most dudes is not doing this, and they're also married, so it's different. Blueface told her that he's gonna fuck other bitches up front.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure Offset didn't say that to Cardi B.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I respect Chrisean more because she knew what it was. She just, their whole situation was different, and she was more accepting to more. Like, Cardi wasn't going for that. No how, no way. She wasn't sharing.
Right.
You know
but she also, in the beginning, was like, I'm on my own shit too then.
Yeah, but that's not a compromise. That's just, you just doing what you want to do. Like that's equal shit. Like if
That's
I
what
want it
that's
equal,
what I'm telling
if I
you.
want
That's
it
what
equal,
she
I get
on.
in a
So,
partnership
cause
with
you
a
saying,
nigga. Like, you know what I'm
she
saying?
might value
I
him
don't
more,
need-
but that's how her mind works. That's what she would say out her mouth. That's she said I'm like a nigga. Like that's how she
that's
how she
masculine
talk.
shit.
So that's what I'm saying. You saying oh her like no she's not.
But you're talking about Cardi though.
No, I'm talking about Krishan.
But look, just because you fuck women doesn't mean you think like a nigga. It just means you're attracted to women.
She didn't say that. She said she don't like women.
Exactly. So
you're
not like a woman. You're not like a nigga. That just proves that.
She
shit.
wasn't saying it in that.
She's saying that she could be like a nigga sometimes. So she's a tomboy, and that's cool. But it doesn't validate nothing. It's like she's just a tomboy sometimes. That's cool. It doesn't make us want you or less or more. We want you.
She don't have the discipline, just like we don't have the discipline.
But she also
and she don't get attached
she
like
also,
most women do.
She also
unless
submits
it's someone
easier.
that she actually wants to be with. Like she probably did fuck other niggas, but she really do love Blueface, so that shit don't matter to her. Whatever with the other dudes.
Yeah, but that's part of trauma. If you fucking somebody else to get revenge,
that's what I'm saying.
like
so she's not.
that's that Cardi shit though.
They're both.
That's that Cardi shit though.
Bullshit.
That's what Cardi was on.
But going by a woman that's supposed to be a good, it's not.
I don't think
smash another nigga. After I'm dealing with you and you do it like a get back and you done.
That's the Cardi shit.
Be with that.
And this is what I mean. Like
there's no coming back.
There's no coming back for Cardi. There's coming back. There's coming back for Krishan.
That's it.
How? When she was fucking with other people too.
Because she wasn't putting it out there as this is what I'm doing.
Like I'm not putting anything
Cardi
out.
was going on cam like I was fucking a nigga. She was doing it to make him upset.
That's how I know.
To make you aware. I'm sneaking and doing it.
She was talking about what? That she had sex with somebody else?
They have a TV show.
Exactly.
Or they had a show.
So that's what she said on the show.
They were having a conversation about it.
About what?
Like,
her
or
cheating?
she was on a podcast or something.
She doing it as a retaliation type.
No. I'm saying
you saying she was online talking about it. They both talked about it publicly, or it was brought up. The conversation was had publicly. That's how I know about it.
What I'm saying is, do you believe that she was doing it to hurt Blueface? Because I don't. I think she was just telling her truth. I think yes, it does because that's
but you're still, regardless of why she did it, you're gonna. What did you just say?
But intention makes it hurt more because
regardless
of why she's doing it to you.
What would you say?
I'm saying it's disrespectful.
It is.
It's straight disrespectful because you're not a nigga, and you doing it because you want to hurt me.
Exactly.
You doing it to hurt me.
Different things.
I didn't do it to hurt you. I'm not fucking nobody to hurt you. Fucking somebody because I got an urge, because I got an itch or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to do this.
And I agree.
Maybe you're not around for it.
If you're thinking of it like that, that is masculine energy. 100%.
Now, if she feels that way, then we in the wrong type of relationship.
Cardi was trying to hurt that man's feelings.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's a partnership. Their relationship is a partnership. It's not. She's my woman. He's my man. Like that's not.
They would be fighting each other.
Yeah, like that's not how you are with your woman.
Yeah,
your woman.
Now, definitely,
you're supposed to be there to protect her. So why the hell would it even be a situation like that?
Looked like him too.
Who, like, dude?
Disagreements get discussed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right.
Well, it's not his kid though.
This is what I say. If you fighting, well, not fighting. If you in a relationship with your man and your man cheat on you,
got a little bit of that DNA.
If your man
that baby,
if your man
crazy, right?
If your man cheat on you and you in a relationship, right? If he got caught cheating on you, he possibly wanted you to know, probably. You know what I mean? But if a friend was telling you that he went there, he did this, he obviously didn't want you to know. That deserves a conversation. I'm saying that deserves a conversation if you really love him. If you don't really love him and you just appreciate his presence, you know what I mean? Then it's okay to just let him go because he's going to probably cheat if you guys don't have a discussion. Or you pretend that you didn't see it or pretend that you didn't get this information. Now, he's doing that for whatever reason. You don't know why he's with that woman. Some niggas got some wild ass weird lifestyle secrets, and some dudes really just be with other women. He might really be in there with this other woman just so he could suck on her finger. What? Some wild shit.
Pam Grier was fire back in that day.
Yeah, she was.
Damn, Pam.
So if you identify that, okay, he has a fetish that he didn't feel comfortable expressing that with you, then that's something to look more into, as opposed to, oh my God, he's out here with another woman, I can't stand for this. Or now there are guys that intentionally just like womanize or something like that, but if you are actually involved sexually with your dude and he really like cares about you and you still look good and you still take care of your body, there's no reason why he wouldn't want to like explore you or whatever. But at some point, women get older, but the way we feel about them, that might not never change. We might still feel like, I have to protect you, I have to be there for you. Even when you're not doing what you're supposed to do, we're going to feel biologically inclined to do that shit. But you, like, might be like, oh, this nigga don't do this no more, I'm out. You know what I mean? It'd be simple like that. You know what I mean? It's not really that simple for a dude that really invests all of that into one fucking person. And then, yeah, you might slip up and fuck with another chick from, you know, whatever. But if every time I come home, my wife cook me a meal, she be ready to go. She don't harass me when I'm playing a game or playing poker with the guys or whatever the fuck niggas do now. You know what I mean? If I'm doing that and she don't fuck with me, then life is good. I'm paying the bills, I'm taking care of shit. That's if it's that situation. The 50-50 shit, niggas got other complaints, but as long as she don't bother him, the nigga stay where he is. It's always something to complain about. And some of these dudes are saying they not getting sex for like maybe twice a month or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy as fuck.
Married niggas too.
Married niggas.
And I'd be like,
it'd be wild. It'd be like, it'd be like
20,
only
30
a special
years
occasion. It'd be a rare where you get like, you know, like, something special.
Y'all get used to that.
Yeah, that special thing that I do for you on birthdays.
Yeah, like I gotta wait crazy shit.
Wait till my birthday.
You gotta wait a whole year for something special, yo.
That's crazy, yo.
Like wild
that
shit.
Is crazy. Ladies.
But then you're not supposed to cheat.
Gotta step that shit up. And that's why you can't be mad when the dude be like,
ladies,
yo, I was out here and this chick caught me in the alley and I just sucked her finger. She took her glove off.
I don't have a relationship. I'm not in a relationship with anyone. But ladies, I'm hearing this too much. You need to stop. If you're in a relationship, I don't know if it's not a medical condition. If it's medical, get some treatment.
It's usually time.
But you need to give your man the viscous innards, because I don't know how y'all living in the house together. And y'all sleeping in the same bed, and you ain't. It should be. I don't know. I feel like it would happen every night if I was living with
you.
Even if
you wouldn't get tired of that though.
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like if that's your man.
But you're a younger woman though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
when you get older,
every day
that thing will
50
change.
years.
But this is a universal issue. I think younger women might not even have an issue with that. Like I think women in their early 20s, and then women have a problem with men
like
dealing with younger women.
You know what the equivalent of that is?
A reasonable age.
That's the equivalent.
Leonardo
the equivalent of that is picking a porn and jerking off to that porn only. Like you would never get tired of it watching that same porn every day, jerking off to that porn. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's your man. He ain't nobody else.
No.
He got two moves.
We could do all different types. We could try something. We could do role play. We could go meet at the bar. Like,
all I'm saying is,
come up to you.
All
like,
I'm
you
saying
don't
is,
know me.
even
like,
that.
I mean, those are conversations. Like when you're in a relationship, if that's something that you're interested in, then you can't. Nothing can be taboo. Like you got to be able to talk about that shit. You got to be able to say, yo, hey, let's try this. Let's do, you know what I mean, whatever. I've been with women and they've wanted to try different things or whatever, and I said yes or no. But they still will ask different things, but some shit I'll just be like, chill. Like, I don't know what you
Would
used
you
to.
let a girl tie you up?
No.
I've been tied up, yeah. I've been tied up. I've been handcuffed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Smiley, not trust a bitch until it's time to get freaky.
Because
then anything go, bitch.
How women are too.
First.
They trust you to have
I gotta make
unprotected
sure.
sex, but they don't trust
I
you
gotta
to
make
leave
sure I
the
could
house
get
that
out
you
of the
go in the
handcuffs.
key
Nigga said I gotta make sure I can get out.
Pull a Houdini and shit. So I got like a little thing I was able to
she has to tell me the safety word.
She like, how you get out of those handcuffs? I'm like, yo, chill.
Yo.
It was
You're
like
no fun.
50
I'm like,
Shades of Grey.
what do you mean?
Yeah, I ain't with that shit.
Let me handcuff you, like.
You know what traumatized me? I seen an episode.
A lot of guys be saying they don't want to be tied.
I seen an episode of Fresh
Cause you don't know what they gonna do. It might be a setup. Like
You
we
ever-
always gotta
you ever see
think
the episode
about
of Fresh
what's gonna
Prince?
happen.
You ever see the
Anything
episode
can
of Fresh
happen.
Somebody
Prince
did that to Young John.
where they tied him to the
She
chair?
left him
Who?
there.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where they tied Will to the chair. I think it was
Neil
Neil
Long.
Long. Yeah. That shit
If
was
they
crazy.
called him a dog, it was like a
Yeah.
sorority prank, like woo.
Oh wow.
And then
That
they hung
shit-
him upside
That
down.
shit traumatized me. I was like, oh, they do that? I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. I was like, yo,
That's
they do
a
that.
TV show.
That traumatized me though. I didn't know women do shit like that.
Yo,
I thought it was real.
listen,
I was like, yo.
Women have to rely on different things. to
I was
do
scared of
shit
sororities too
than us.
because of that.
And if
I was
you
like,
fall
yo,
for it,
sororities
if you
be
fall
doing shit
for
like
it, you'll
that.
be fucked up. It's women that'll, you'll go out on a date with them, and if you're a fool, you'll be paying for mad shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And you won't get nothing. You know what I mean?
If
You
you're
gotta
a
be,
fool.
yeah, if you're a fool, because there should be, all right, so
I
to
picked
be
a
honest,
fool.
do you think it's okay to spend money to get something? Or what they was talking about on the Star Report.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Should men ask for sex up front?
If that's what you want, and if you're looking for that, yeah,
Like
why
say,
not?
are
Should
you gonna
they?
give me
That's
the
what you
pussy?
Should they?
Like say it like that.
On
Like
some,
on
it
a
depends-
date, like on a date.
No.
Like you're going on a date.
No.
Should men ask
No.
for sex?
No,
Like,
don't
are we
think so.
gonna have sex? Just
I don't
say
think
it
so.
like that.
No.
I think a man's discernment means he knows when a woman wants to be with him, and he knows when to make them.
Some women argue
He
that
knows how to be
men
in this
should ask for
situation.
sex
A
on the
man-
first date.
I-
So that when the woman answers, they know exactly
Mhm.
how to look at that woman.
Yeah, I mean, but I disagree. I think a lot of women are shy and don't want you to be that outgoing with that. Like men that do that don't care about the answer. Men that do that, like they don't care if you say no. They don't care if you. But
I would disagree.
But
Why,
usually-
why would you ask
usually-
that if you
hold
don't
on,
care
hold
about
on. Usually the men
They
that
don't
hold
care
on,
one way or the other.
You-
He's saying,
yeah,
like, 'cause
exactly.
They
got other
keeping it
options.
real,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Because if you was worried about that, then you wouldn't say that.
Exactly.
But I think-
But the
I
man
think
that
they
doesn't,
do-
the
they
man
would
that wants to
prefer
make
to
a
say
They
good.
will
yes.
prefer it,
Exactly.
but they're not gonna lose no sleep over
Exactly.
it if you
Probably
say
not.
The man that
Usually
is
the guys
more
that
like,
don't,
look,
because they
I
don't
care
begin.
about her feelings. I care about what she thinks more than maybe what I think. Is gonna be the man that's not gonna do that shit. He's not going for that. He's just gonna be like, look.
But is that less or more transparent?
Let me see the list. I
It's
would
definitely
want to be
less.
transparent.
It's definitely less.
Okay.
But I think, yeah, she says she wants people to be more transparent, but I don't believe a lot of women do want that transparency because that transparency could look like those questions. And that could be the norm instead of like it is now. You see what I'm saying? And the reason why it's like it is now is because you can't talk to a woman
she might
any,
be with
any
it.
type way.
You never know.
Even if that's how you
She
feel. You know what I'm saying? You're right. She might be with it. But she might be offended.
Remember in Boys
She
in the
might be
Hood,
like,
when
yo,
he was like, yo, you gonna give me the
like, what you
skins or
think
not?
is it?
You're
I don't
harassing
even
me.
know you.
Yeah, you might be, that might be
That's what you
harassment.
said. She harassed me.
You said what?
That's what Dwayne said.
What did he say?
You
Who harassed
you was on the phone.
Oh yeah.
What did she say?
Nah.
What happened?
Oh yeah, nah, cause I had to help somebody with something.
Oh, okay. And she didn't even know you?
No,
What?
he said she was harassing him.
Oh, okay.
Nah, you know, cause you know.
I remember now. Yeah, that was funny. He threw her ass all the way under that bus. You hear me? He said she was harassing this nigga. Just bothering me, asking me shit. He asking me
So
shit.
I'm asking her because she told me because she won't leave me alone.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's all good though.
I should be having that at work though. Sorry. I don't know how you do it, bro. I went crazy in that bitch. I was like, look. Remember the OG? Look, nigga. Yo, I ain't going for none of it. Nigga said I'm a hood nigga. I'm like, wow, nigga at work wildin'. Poor white lady was like, yo, please don't calm down. Calm down. Like,
yo,
Sue Ann better move because this nigga
shit.
Leon about to crash out. Nah, that was a Taiwan. Taiwan about to crash out. You heard?
Couple stole nearly $1 million in Lululemon merchandise, a nationwide theft operation.
Oh shit.
Lululemon?
I've heard of that.
They stupid.
They stole that?
Donkey of the day. They can't see it.
Yeah, it's too dark.
Oh, they
there
can
you
see
go.
it.
Now
Right
they
there.
can see it.
Weirdos.
Why they do that? They just trying to be scammers? Scamming? That's crazy.
Stupid ass people.
They try to be Bonnie and Clyde,
Mess it
bro.
up for everyone.
They try to be Bonnie and Clyde.
They look crazy.
Yeah, they look like they both bleached.
At the house.
They look like they on drugs.
Got to. He was on that pink cocaine.
Yo.
They said Ray J looked like he about to go dance at Junior's bachelor party.
Damn, he do. Wow.
Yo.
He do. What was
He
her
do.
name? The cousin.
Monica
cousin
Calhoun.
Monica. Yeah.
I don't know.
Or
I
cousin.
forgot her
What was her
name
cousin?
on the show, but her
Damn.
name is Monica Calhoun.
That's hilarious, yo.
He do look like her.
That's funny as fuck.
That's their sister too. Let me find out. His
Damn.
mother was stepping out.
What, you forgot your phone?
Yeah, I thought I brought it with me.
It might be in the car. Call it. Which one?
6-1, 203 joint.
6, 2, 3.
Christmas coming up.
6 what? 6 1
610.
Amani Hakim
610.
get proposed
Oh, here it go.
to
I don't want to say
by
it on camera.
her boyfriend, I guess. He's Asian. That's the girl that played Chris Rock's sister on
Probably
Everybody
in the car.
Hates Chris.
Yeah, it's right here. It's fine.
You heard?
What'd you say? Say that again.
The sister on Everybody Hates Chris, Amani Hakim.
Okay. She got OF, right?
What?
No, I don't think she has that.
What?
But
Oh
she
no,
just
I'm
got
thinking about Bernie
proposed
Mac
to.
joint.
She do?
Yeah, she did.
The dark
I don't know
skin?
if she
Yeah.
still have it, but
Yeah,
she
yeah,
had
OF,
one.
yeah.
She
Who you
wasn't.
talking about?
She was. I don't think she
Oh,
was.
everybody
Chris
hates
Rock.
Chris. The
She
little.
She wasn't showing pussy.
Oh, the little girl.
She
What about
wasn't
her?
showing pussy
She
though,
just,
right?
she just
She
got
was
Nah,
just
she was
like
just like-
bathing suits.
someone
and
just
shit.
proposed to
yeah.
her. He's Asian.
It was innocent.
Yeah.
What do you think about mixed marriages?
Interracial marriages.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anything is wrong when your intentions are genuine. I be thinking like, okay, people staying with their own people. It's a reason that people stay with their own people, but
There's 2 women.
No.
other people have different personalities than other people.
Look like some chicks. Oh, it's an Asian dude and a black lady. I ain't mad at that. As long as they really love
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, it's okay if people really genuinely care about each other.
It's,
You know what I mean?
It's not okay when you hate your own self.
Right. Now cause you're gonna have kids.
Yeah, exactly.
How you gonna treat your kids? You know what I mean?
Like Kamala raises her.
Your kid might want to learn. Your kid might want to learn their native language, bro. Feel me? So if they want to learn their native language, and you be like, no, we don't say that in this house. Like, you know what I mean? That'd be weird, bro.
You think Kamala's gonna teach her daughter, her is it her stepdaughter? Her stepdaughter, how to cook greens in the bathtub?
If her father okay with that shit, if her father cool with it, shit. Yo, that ain't her kid.
Her father said about Kamala that not the father.
He probably don't look at her the same.
The husband said that that Kamala. One thing about Kamala is she knows how to put her head down and get to work.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yo, I was shocked.
Listen,
I was shocked hearing that shit. I was like, yo, what did he say?
Nah,
whoa.
It's funny. It's funny because it's like she ain't even with an Indian dude. Like,
no, she with a white dude. And nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that I think certain people don't like their lineage, and it shows. Like, I think that was an example of somebody who, I could be wrong, but I don't think she accepts.
See, I don't mind. I like all women. I really
don't
do.
discriminate.
I don't like nobody that hate themselves, nigga. You hate yourself, you ain't gonna love me.
I like how you. I like. Yeah, I like how you appreciate
I wanted you to love
your value of yourself. You know what I mean? Like
goes without
that. That's admirable to me. You know what I mean? But not conceited. But just to appreciate that, you know, I have life, that I'm happy. Like you're smiling, you're pleasant. You know what I mean? Things like that. And she's beautiful. You know what I mean? At the same time, like that's awesome. So it has to be more than just her race. You know what I mean? But I've never really thought about like taking a white woman serious like that. But it's so many black women that I like. So I like some Spanish women too. But
it was about to, nigga. And that bitch was bogus.
I wasn't about to wife her. I think she knew that. It wasn't gonna be no like whatever.
Fairy tale.
Plus she got kids and shit.
Oh yeah, she had
plural.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Keke Palmer and SZA comedy, one of them days is due to release on MLK weekend.
Oh shit! Right after Trump's inauguration.
Shout out to them for that.
Trump or them?
I think Kiki's a great actress. I want to see SZA as an actress because Carisha was horrible in it.
But she be doing like little films when she do her music videos. Like,
is she good at it?
like
Keke Palmer's actually an accomplished actress, right?
Yeah.
I like.
Didn't she do Keela and the Bee? Was that her movie?
Killed it. Yeah.
Was it her movie? I don't know.
I ain't even see it.
I did watch Keela in the movie.
She was in some other shit though.
She played in a lot of stuff.
She was in Nope.
She was in Nope. Yep,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
She was in what else was she in?
Jordan Peele be making some good movies, man.
He do, but I just didn't watch that one.
What the fuck? She was in Tyler Perry movie, wasn't she?
Probably, yeah. She looked
Yeah,
like
when
Tyler
she was
Perry
little.
fan.
Yeah.
She was a foster kid, and
yeah.
Tia was like, and she was like, stop popping that gum, and then she was like, you don't tell me not to pop that gum, and then Medea turned around. She was driving the car. She turned around and smacked her up and down, and then she was quiet. She stopped popping the gum.
Jack already said it, yo.
Wow. I knew that they was.
Jaguar already said it though.
All the parties. He's seen in pictures at all the parties.
Oh man, yo, this is gonna change the game,
guys,
yo.
If you're wondering, they're saying he's accused of raping a 13-year-old.
This is getting ugly, y'all. This is getting ugly, cause Jaguar definitely said, did he?
See you later.
That happened.
That's crazy.
She definitely said, Jigga, and now it seems, and this is getting crazy, y'all. Right? But and you know what's crazy? I heard this was coming out right at the moment it's coming out. I heard it wasn't gonna make it to next year. I heard it was gonna start coming out now, and that's crazy that was that accurate. Yo, this is getting spooky out here, man.
Oh, the Nino Browns will turn pookie out here.
All of that. All that. That shit is
No
wild.
cool niggas, it's just goofies out here. I mean, niggas be eating pork with and goofies out here.
Exactly. Exactly. This shit must be real crazy. I can't believe it. Not Jigga.
Black China is engaged also.
You know how much, like, Jigga is rap, kind of.
I think.
If you think about it, nigga was around with Jay-Z.
This is gonna hurt.
And
This is gonna hurt the music right now.
it's gonna hurt, nigga. It's already hurt music. Like, nigga, like, it's like, why even get signed? You better off at just building your own fan base over YouTube or something, or you know what I mean, and just doing it yourself, because these labels want your cheeks, brother, and it's all coming out, and the hardest MCs is starting to come out as suspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy, yo. This is crazy. This is crazy. And one thing we know about Hov, if he got to crash out, he's gonna fight, and he's gonna put up a hell of a fucking case. So this shit about to be crazy. I already know this shit about to be wild, bro.
In-person transactions, the armed robbery in New Haven.
What?
On Saturday evening at 6:15, the robbery victim was in the area of Harper Ave and South Genesee Street to make a transaction after agreeing to sell his Apple AirPods to a buyer from the online marketplace known as OfferUp.
Oh shit.
The victim told New Haven police that the buyer instructed him to go behind the building, where he was approached by two young males, one of whom aimed a firearm at him.
Oh shit.
The suspects demanded the AirPods and left the scene. As a reminder, when making arrangements to buy or sell product with people you do not know, choose a public, well-lit location.
Wow.
To prevent incidents like this.
Yeah, that's suspect. I'm not going behind nothing. No, we're not doing that.
The robbery is under investigation. Anyone has any information, they want you to call 203-946-6304 or use the anonymous tip line 866-888-8477. So if you have any information, don't be afraid. It's an anonymous tip line. Nobody's gonna know you did it. That you're a snitch.
So go
There's
ahead
a lot
snitch.
of weird shit going on.
Go ahead and snitch.
Y'all seen what happened at
telling ass, mom.
at Marco Polo?
Mm.
The fucking pizza spot?
Yeah, what happened?
Some nigga went in there and crashed out because he ain't had no money or some shit. They got it all on film.
What did he do?
He went in there, him and his boy, and it was like a let out. Everybody, you know, drunk, eating pizza and shit. I guess he tried to buy a pizza. Nigga card was declined. He pulls out the strip of the receipt and throws it at the nigga. You see on camera some dude from behind throws something back at him, and then that's when shit just went all loose and fucking they started arguing with the dude that like, you know, coming out just walking around and shit. They start arguing with this nigga. And then all of a sudden, you know, they got the jar of the noodles, the dried noodles. They had a jar of dried noodles. One of the dudes with the puffy coat grabs the jar of dried noodles and smashes it over this nigga head. Like, this shit is all on Instagram. You know that New Haven crime or on the scene, New Haven on the scene shit. I was like, yo, these niggas did this shit all on camera. And they asking for people to come up and tell who did that shit. Cause you know them niggas ran. But that's wild, yo. That's wild as fuck. Like,
That's crazy.
I be feeling bad for places like that, cause then they feel like all black people is like that, and then you know what I mean? Like, you don't know if they spit
Yo,
in
we
niggas'
the
foods and
we the
shit
most
now. Like,
we the
you know
most
what I'm saying?
loving people, but some of us grow up
Fucked
and
up.
we go down a different path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
All
we
of this
are-
stem from them niggas being broke. They ain't had no money.
and that's values too. Like, why you even go to get the pizza if you ain't had no
They
money?
was drunk. They was
You
drunk.
know?
They was drunk. They thought they had more than they had, and they didn't. They got embarrassed, and that's why he threw that shit at that nigga. That's what the camera shit said, anyways.
Them dudes be rude too in them pizza places. I mean,
Yeah.
not to make excuses for somebody acting out of character,
Yeah.
but if somebody a little wavy
Mhm.
and you already upset, you ain't get the girl you wanted or
Mhm.
whatever, you go in there, you get your food, your card decline or in front of everybody,
And there was females in there too.
and there's women in there
Yeah.
behind you. Now you really tight. Like, oh, I'm about to, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get my
crash
get
out,
back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look at it as get back.
Almost
but it
killed
make
that
him
dude though. The nigga
look
had
crazy.
lacerations in his head. His head was split
Yeah,
open.
they be wildin'.
He was
They be
leaking. It
wildin'
was
out here.
crazy. I was like,
That's
damn.
why we gotta teach the best message. You know what I mean? For people to really try to love each other out here, man. Because it's like black people really don't support each other. So yeah, what Malcolm X said many years ago, that did sound like it was something that was like kind of troubling, but it's the condition of people mentally, not just your religion, but just how you look at yourself as an individual.
Mhm.
How much pride do you have in yourself? You know, what are you willing to put up with? What are you willing to go for? Fighting for the weak
4 days after his birthday too.
is stressful.
That's
You know what I mean? It's frustrating and it gets tiresome. It's overwhelming. So it's like people that are strong, I mean, they can help you in the fight. You know what I mean? And it's like try to encourage people to be stronger. Try to encourage people to fight for what they believe in. You know what I mean? Sometimes, take up arms, like what the Black Panther did. That was exactly what we needed. But we need more people to be able to do that. And you know what I mean? The Muslims, their whole idea behind everything is a little bit, some would say radical, but it has a rational sense to it, where it's like togetherness or inclusion. You know what I mean? And they like their own. I don't think it's really anything wrong with that, but if you try to affect other people because of your beliefs, then that's different. They don't bother anybody. And they're expected to do more than what they do and take care of their people, which I always encourage people to do. Try to take care of your own. Like, you know what I mean? Do what you know is right. Continue to do what you know is right. Get your shit together. Get your accounts in order. You know what I mean? Diversify your funds a little bit. You know what I mean? Try to do things now so your kids don't got to worry about that in the future. And I think that's what they do. Like, they do it in their groups, and they help each other amongst their, their group, just like the Jays do, just like any other organization of people do. You know what I mean? But for some reason, we can't get it right as a people. We gotta blame this person and blame that person. But they're like, nah, you can't blame anybody. Blame yourself. Get yourself together. Do the things that you need to do to get to the point in life that you're gonna be happy with. A lot of people aren't happy with themselves, and they don't want to admit it. It's work that people need to do, and the reason that they don't get to where they want to be in life is because they don't do that work. You know what I mean? So that's why I like to read a lot of his stuff. I listen to a lot of his speeches on Audible or whatever. Like,
oh, Malcolm?
Yeah.
He couldn't. I just wish that he didn't go out. I wish him and Elijah Muhammad never crashed out like they did, because they use that to this day. And I don't mean the Muslims. I mean most likely the CIA, right? or the Alphabet Boys, one of them. But they used that against that whole situation, right? So, yeah, but look at even Malcolm went against Elijah. You see what I'm saying? And then they talk about the burning. Remember, they burned his house. That wasn't the CIA. You know what I'm saying? So it was like
He shot at his house.
no, I'm talking about when they lit his shit on fire and he came outside and he was on in the papers and on the news. Like, yo, he knew that they lit his shit on fire because they bought him. He got that money from you know what I mean, doing what. So they said fuck it, and they was giving him threats and all of this shit. It's like I know the principles and you know what I'm saying, but that part of it is part of it too. That part of it is if you go against the hand that feeds you, there's going to be consequences. And those were part of the consequences. So a lot of people may have been like deterred from that movement because of that. Because of how they treated Malcolm or allegedly if like how they fell out because of why they fell out. You see what I'm saying? But I think the CIA did a good job of, or allegedly, right? I think they did a good job of making it look like they were responsible instead of
It
them
said that
being
those
responsible.
individuals were radical members.
Yeah, they weren't even real.
And that was against Elijah Muhammad's wishes. But there was information that was coming out about Elijah Muhammad allegedly
not even just that,
messing with a younger woman.
One of them was really
white woman.
One of them was really a fed. One of them was really a fed. And they be going in on Louis Farrakhan. They said his daddy was white. And so I'm just like, come on, man. I don't know. Look, man, like Malcolm X is mixed too. If you think about it, his mama was white. That's why he was Detroit Red. Him and Red Fox. But shout out to Malcolm X and his movement. And, you know what I mean? I just wish they would have stick together. So it was like we know exactly who killed you and we know why.
But see, that's the thing.
We know exactly
that's
who,
the distraction.
We know exactly
right?
why. Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what they want you to focus on instead of what the message was.
100%.
Divide and conquer is real,
ladies and gentlemen.
We need to focus on doing what we need to do for ourselves. And when he was with that, it made sense. All of the stuff that we seen that happened against us and nobody would answer for it. The more radical approach was turning the other cheek. That was more radical than fighting for what you believe in or fighting to defend yourself.
I think
you're not fighting to start trouble. You're fighting to stop somebody from troubling you.
I think Malcolm. I think like the difference between Malcolm and Martin is it took Martin until the end of his life to realize that his dream couldn't become a reality. It would be corrupted before it became a reality. And I think Malcolm knew it all. Like he knew it from day one. Like, nah, we have to have our own, because if they say we're so-called integrated into society, this was what Malcolm was saying, is we're gonna get the bare minimum in this country. But if we have our own resources and we have our own banks and we have our own this, then we could be self-sufficient. But we need to have it here. You see what I'm saying? Because we're indigenous here. Like not nowhere else, not in Africa, not, you know what I mean? We need to have it in here. And I agree more with that than what Malcolm was saying. I mean, what Martin was saying, because Martin, like I said, he didn't realize until the end of his life, and that's probably why he was taken out, because he wasn't going with the script, so to speak. But it took him to the end of his life for him to understand that, like, yeah, we could be integrated, but we have to have our own to be part of the integration evenly, because you can't integrate with a status that's already over you and then expect them to put you on equal ground with you. It's not going to happen. Now, if, you know what I mean? Like all these other places, like the Jews got reparations for uh, the Nazi situations, and the Asians got reparations for being discriminated. You see what I'm saying? Like the Italians got all these things. You know what I mean? Well, that was more based off you know the mafia situation and basically taking it versus you know what I mean. They basically just took over. So you couldn't fight that. Like they had you know what I mean. They were unionized to the point where yes, the CIA was trying to break them down too, but there was too much of them. Like the reason why they're like the Black Panthers wasn't as organized as let's say the mafia is because there wasn't really no money in it. You were doing it for the love. You know what I'm saying? You was doing it for the love, and a lot of people were scared because they were getting death threats from a nigga like Edgar Hoover and shit like that. Like Edgar Hoover was saying that the Black Panthers was the most dangerous you know what I mean threat to American like this is what they were saying because these dudes was helping black people. So it's like this country is really on divide and conquer. Like they're really on divide and conquer. And it's like if you see it, they're pretty consistent with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even now, like we'll go down into a country, we'll say, yo, your leader is a corrupt leader. Change your leader or we're gonna go to war or some shit like that. And we know you can't beat us in this war, so change your leader or turn into a democracy or shit's about to get dark for you. You see what I'm saying? What can they do? They either gonna bow down or they gonna take that chance and get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But certain things aren't choices, they're ultimatums. And I think America is good at giving you ultimatums instead of choices. But I ain't mad at it because I love America. I just don't love how it's run sometimes. That's it.
Yeah, sometimes
That's it.
I want to move to another country.
Yeah, same here. Or sometimes
I
even
really
here.
looking up laws and stuff in other countries and compare them.
Yeah, that's
like,
that exactly. Even here, like
or
I'm pretty
even
sure
another
there's
state, like a state that they don't, their state
like they don't
that,
go to.
that they don't do federal tax.
Yeah.
They only take out state tax.
It's like, can you live off the grid in America? There has to be places in America where they just won't find you.
Yeah, you can.
The government. So no credit card, no
You have to live
Jason
off the
Bourne.
earth.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Have a farm.
I still feel like.
But you would need electricity. You can use solar.
You would need
panels.
a born identity.
I feel like if you make the technology, they'll still find a way to try to tax you or do something to you. Even if you make the technology and you build it from scratch, they're gonna find a way to charge you for something. Even if you make it and it's also self-sustained, they're gonna find a way to be like, no, you gotta pay a water bill. Like how? I make my own water. Like why am I?
You really gotta like have money, right? You gotta have money to do a lot of this crazy shit. Like remember the movie Law Abiding Citizen?
Yep.
He had to use his money to do that.
Yeah, he had to
all that shit. Get all these properties and be able to do whatever he wanted to do on his property without nobody knowing what's going on.
Yeah. Right,
and then build all these type of things and do a tunnel going into the prison and you know what I mean? Going in and leave as he pleases.
That's why I know like there's powers, elite powers that's probably under us right now. There's probably like bigger fucking cities that we don't fucking know that's underground right now, my nigga.
He got all the maps.
We can't go to that shit.
Exactly
if anything happened up top on this part, best believe you, there's a whole different civilization down there that can repopulate easy. Trust me. And it's like this shit probably happened so many fucking times, and then we just forgot. We just forgot because it's like it's been so long, like generation after generation after generation. It's like somebody had to be. If you don't believe the story on the flood. There's scientific evidence that says there was a worldwide flood. It's just what it is. There was a worldwide flood that just washed away mad shit. But
that was when Noah had the ark.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, let's say you don't believe in Noah and you know him by a different name. Like, for one ship to spark as many people as there is today is baffling. It's baffling. Cause it's just like, wow, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, one ship survived that, and then they made civilization the way it is now. That's crazy.
It's crazy to believe, right? And one man was able to create this.
100%.
Right?
100%.
That's crazy.
100%. Unless, you know what I mean, more than one person survived.
It says flood. It could say too.
Because I do believe the flood
about human ingenuity. Like, this guy was just he just put his mind together. He knew he had to do something and he did it.
Yeah.
And he had enough time to figure it out, and he said, I gotta save my family, I gotta do something. And was able to do it. Yeah. There's nobody around that can corroborate that story, but it's like, okay,
you gotta believe
if we do believe that somebody was able to do this, then there could be, like I said, the human ingenuity.
And then think about it, like,
he knew schematics that he needed to make
that shit.
And then he just put that together.
Schematics.
And then kept
like
building and building and building.
That's like the pyramids. Think about it. That's like the pyramids. That marvel would be like the pyramids. Like, for that ship to be the only ship that survived.
With animals and shit.
And it was biblically designed to fit 2 of every species.
Right.
First of all,
except for dragons.
Yeah, hell no. Dragons died. Ain't no dragons no more. Now, I do believe in the spirit. I do believe in the spirits of certain mythical creatures still are alive in different forms. Like you said, like, there was a lot of
the water shit.
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of sea serpent shits that weren't affected because guess what? More water means more territory. You see what I'm saying? So they wasn't tripping. But even the things, let's say, even the things that was under the water at the time. You know what I mean? Because I don't think everything was just washed away. I think there was tunnels underground that you could go where you could survive that shit. You know what I mean? Like, but that's why I believe a hollow earth. I think there's an earth in this earth. And it's just, the only reason why I believe that is because this our reality is so A-B-ish. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's man, there's woman, there's up, there's down, there's left, there's right, there's night, there's day. There has to be, if there is life here, there has to be life somewhere else.
Right.
Like, that's just
one would assume.
That's just the laws of nature. Like, you know what I mean? If there's this, there's that. There's yin, there's yang. You see what I'm saying? They can't survive without each other. In this reality, at least. So it's like, yo, 100% I believe that there is an inner earth. That's probably very, very similar to ours. We might have a mirror doppelganger that lives a life very similar to ours.
Like, let's get invisible, the Goosebumps book.
Yeah,
like us.
Or like us from what's her name? So, shit.
Check this out.
No.
Mike Tyson sued for $1.6 million over allegedly breaking promotional deal to fight Jake Paul.
What did he say? He said it was fake?
No. The lawsuit filed in London in October claims that, UK, Mike Tyson is being sued for allegedly reneging on a promotional deal with a gambling company to fight YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul.
It was around the same day.
Yeah.
See?
It was on the day the Netflix special
was announced in March, citing a scheduling conflict and claiming a breach of the agreement by Medier. That's what they said.
You might as well just give it up, Mike. Just give up the money, you know. I do believe that fight was scripted.
Well, I mean, you got that 20 mil.
I also believe that, you know, he was old and he did play a part in that situation.
I seen him pull a punch.
Yeah, me too. I seen him pull more than one punch. And you know, Michael J. White was saying that he was just old and he wasn't really pulling punch. He just couldn't get the punch off. And you know, he probably would know more than I would. But I will say that there was a lot of times in that fight where Jake Paul looked like he was communicating with Mike. Like literally saying stuff. You see what I'm saying? Saying stuff. And that has nothing to do with fight experience. That has everything to do with, you know what I mean, trying to be sneaky, but you get caught.
Maybe you saw something that wasn't there.
I mean, it could be that too. It was my perspective, and it could be wrong. But like I said, I wasn't the only one that had that perspective, because I've seen a lot of people share that same sentiment with me on YouTube or on these different platforms of like, yo, they were having conversations. Like people were there and were like, yo, you could hear like Mike was calling out certain things. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was like, come on, man. Come on, man. But, you know, it is what it is. They got the bread. He got the money. You know what I'm saying? So,
These characters are
I watched him whoop Larry Holmes the other night.
yeah, that was a good one.
I watched that, and I watched Roy Jones get beat up by this Irish dude.
That one hurt.
And he was.
Y'all must have forgot.
It went to the 12th. He gave him a cut over his eye. First time I seen this guy cut.
Yeah, man. Them Irish is tough as fuck.
Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis was pretty good.
Lennox Lewis was very good. Wasn't he undefeated?
Was he?
Think so. Did nobody beat him? Or maybe somebody. I think one person beat him, but then he rematched him and beat him. Some shit like that. It was like close.
Peanut butter?
Klitschko?
I think so. It was something like that. Whoever he fought twice, I think he lost the first one and then won again. The second, he won the second one quick.
It's a big dude, man. Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Probably in England or Jamaica. I don't think
In England.
Yeah, he's from England.
Really?
Yeah, he's Jamaican heritage, but he's from England. I only know because of his Jamaican heritage. And my pops be like, oh yeah, you know,
Like that's their brethren.
yeah, you know. But I was trying to say that with Biggie too. They wasn't trying to let me be bedrooms with Biggie. Like, oh, he's a rapper. He's my street guy.
Right.
Biggie was that nigga, man. Shout out to Big.
I like my tank rock till my tank pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock.
Do you
Way
think
back when I had the red and black
last question for
with
me,
the
right?
hat to match.
Do you think Biggie saw Puff doing any wild shit in his generation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn.
His mom fucking was weird.
For real? I ain't even hear that. That's wild.
She accused him of murdering. Of course, he said he didn't do it. Or
oh, no, yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that. I meant like before. But if she said he was scared of him when he was alive, yeah, that's crazy. Because they was playing best friends. I remember I seen one interview where he was talking about like you know, just people switching up on you, the record industry switching up on you and some shit like that. And you knew he was talking about Diddy, but it was like, damn, like this wasn't even out like back in, well, maybe it was, but I didn't see it because I was a kid. But that shit, I was like, this shit look ultra rare and shit. Why is this coming out now? Like, just Biggie.
This the year.
Biggie, kind of like throwing shade at that Diddy, because that seemed like it was aimed towards Diddy.
You didn't want to go out to Cali.
Yeah, he didn't. I remember that. You know.
Like, why would you? Y'all beefing.
That's why I believe the book, because the book correlated with that, a lot of that sentiment. Like, he didn't want to go there. And then nigga went.
I'm beefing out there. Yeah,
And then even with that, like, he was telling people not to come in his car. Like, he knew, like, nigga knew. That's one thing about Pac and Big. I believe as soon as they was in that car, they knew something was going to happen to them.
Because you can feel
Both
it.
of them,
It's
yeah.
an eerie feeling.
Both of them.
You can feel it.
That's crazy, like that gotta mean something when you feel death coming. Like if you feel death coming, you don't really feel life coming because you're a baby and you just dropped in here. But feeling death coming is something different.
Only new life can defeat that.
Like that shit. Right.
Shout out to Candyman.
You ready, bro?
Tony passed away.
Yeah, Tony Todd.
R.I.P.
Tony Todd. He was like the narrator of my nightmares, man.
Yo.
Nigga had a hook, nigga.
You know, like Wishmaster was good because his voice was, he was like, make your wishes.
Yeah. That's when I started figuring out that genies wasn't all Aladdin genies. They was scary. It was jinn. They was like they could be in that. Yeah, they could be in that character too. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Was that real?
Yeah. Well, it's
Super
real.
powerful demon.
Certain cultures, yeah.
The jinn?
Yeah, the jinn. They're basically demons. And they're made of fire. It's just crazy. Niggas is made of fire.
They usually be trapped in a cursed
Object.
object.
Yeah.
And you gotta release it.
To get the wishes, right?
Then make your wishes, and then when they make the third wish, then everything as above, so below, the underworld comes up. And it's hell or earth.
Oh, damn, I didn't even know about that part.
Yeah. Fulfill the prophecy.
Fulfill the prophecy. Yeah, that's why you don't fuck around with that shit.
I'm about to watch that.
Oh, that orbia.
I love Wishmaster. I'm driving and catering in the fridge. Want some crackers?
I need some water right now. That's just gonna give me more cotton. That's why I said I'm ready to go. You ready, nigga?
Yeah.
I'm sweating up.
Well,
here. Hydration.
thank you for tuning in
You heard?
Yes, sir.
to another episode of Getting Lifted.
You
30
don't
is the
know.
new 20. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. Thank you for tuning in. I'm La Hefa.
I'm Chris O.D.
SmileyJizzle. And we out here.
Have a good evening, guys. Don't laugh.